Now, I know it's going to look a little weird that there isn't anything on screen yet. Just give it a second. Or it's going to decide it doesn't want to. There we go. At the western edge of a fallen world lies a cliffside village, harboring the last survivors of the human race, those who chose exile over death. They train day and night, confined to their hideout, their legacy cursed, survival their sole purpose. Legend warns of the demon army, bound to strike again, eager to completely eradicate humans. Fortunately, legend also tells of a hero, flying in from the Western Ocean to bring protection and knowledge. On a day that begins like so many others, a young ninja is about to be visited by the Western hero, and sent on a perilous journey into this merciless world, to carry a scroll paramount to the clan's survival. Makes you wonder, if they're the sole survivors of humanity, where's this Western hero come from? That's neither here nor there. This is the messenger. This is gonna be a wild ride for us all. I've played a good chunk of this game in the past, but I never finished it. So, what better day than today to get that done? So, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Oh, and also note at the bottom of the screen there, music by Rainbow Dragon Eyes. They do really, really good music. Look them up. Do it. Highly recommend it. You'll understand why I say that as we go through this, just on its own to begin with. Now, I've taken the liberty of deleting the file I had for this before, because we will, of course, be beginning at the beginning. And of course, as I'm wont to do, I had an idea for a piece of art to make for this as soon as it was time for me to goddamn start, so it didn't end up happening. But, I'm sure we won't be able to finish this in one go, so we'll go ahead and make that for next time. Another day, still no sign of this so-called Western hero. Training used to be fun, but all we do now is memorize boring prophecies. Demon army this, magic scroll that. Nothing's happened in centuries. So why are we still hiding? I wish I could just leave this place and explore the world. Gather round, everyone. History lesson is about to begin. Oh great, another lecture. I guess I should at least show up this time. And this is us. We are the ninja who's tired of being a ninja and wants to go explore the world. As you can see, very good air control, nice quick attacks, well animated as well. We're gonna need to make use of all that information along the way. Right on time to try the new course. Shows your cloud step technique. Jump, hit, and jump. Ta-da! Because that's going to be a key factor in this game, especially early on. Anytime you hit something while you're in the air, you can jump again. It's a very important technique in this game. Well, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Have you done your reading? Ever the rebel. What's the point? All we do is rot in this hideout anyway. I see that the importance of our ancestors' wisdom is lost on you. But let me assure you that the threat of the demon army is very real, and should they... Huh? So funny you mentioned the demon army. They have returned! This is all wrong. The Western hero was supposed to save us. Watch out! Well, they're dead. Don't go. You are not ready. Well, we don't exactly have a choice, do we? We've got no Western hero. Burn it all. Bring the humans to their knees. Not so fast, big boy. Oh, and who might you be? Are you really all they've got? Well, sort of. I'm the only one who didn't get fireballed that's over here, so there's that. Pathetic. Prepare to die. That sound. Impossible. There's the Western hero. A little late, but they're here. It seems luck is with you this day. Parathazel. Yes, my king. Keep an eye on this worm. Certainly, my king. Count your blessings, nindrak. My minions will make short of you in the autumn hills. Well, that happened. Are you the Western hero? Well, something like that. To be honest, I got here way too late. As you look like the most capable around here, I have a task of the utmost importance for you. Take this scroll and carry it to the island. You'll need to reach Glacial Peak Summit, where 3 sages will be waiting for you. But who are you? Why is this scroll important? You'll find answers along the way. Head for the village gate now. The Shroud of Night will be your only protection to make it through the autumn hills. Godspeed, messenger. Da-da-da-da. You got the scroll, and a title change. We are now messenger. You have been chosen to be the messenger, tasked with carrying the scroll across your cursed world. And away he went. Now we're on our own. Oh, that fire went out real quick, didn't it? Then again, it also suddenly turned from day to night, so there's that. Stage 1, Autumn Hills. When those lanterns are lit, you can hit them to get more money out of them. Because as you might imagine, that's exactly what those shards are, is currency. I'm just fixing my headset right quick. 1 sec. There we go. I want to be able to hear that music with both ears. As you can see, we only have 5 hits worth of health. So, that's worth keeping in mind. We don't have anything else yet, I don't think. I think it is just sword at the moment. Thankfully, those fire turtles actually have a really long cooldown between their shots, as you can see. So that's not that much of a problem. Missed one. That's fine. And now, one of the best parts of this game. The merchant. No, the messenger. I wasn't expecting you so soon. What is this place? This is the shop. It doesn't look like a shop. Do I look like a shopkeeper? Anyways, so I'm this mystic character who will be mentoring and supporting you on your epic quest to save the world. All you need to do is take the scroll to the top of the faraway mountain where 3 sages from my order will be waiting for you. Your order? Slow down, that was way too much text for one dialogue box. Look, just keep going eastward and make sure you grab all these time shards you see laying around. You can use them to upgrade your abilities and artifacts. First one's on the house. Enjoy! You got the climbing claws. Press against walls while airborne to stick to them. Need anything? As you can see, he isn't kidding. He is our upgrade system. We're gonna want both of these very, very quickly. For now, we don't have enough to buy the energy shuriken. Extra health would also be great, but we'll go ahead and take Strike of the Ninja right now so I can block the projectiles. Because that's going to be very, very helpful. What do you want to chat about? So, climbing claws? Oh yeah, you can press against walls to cling to them and climb them at your leisure. Makes sense, the way everything looks, it just felt like I should be able to do that. Yeah, that's why John Guyton invited them into them decades ago. Who's John Guyton? Never mind, just an acknowledgement I need to get out of the way. I don't get it. Some will. But seriously though, where are we? Curious, are we? In time, you will come to realize that the question is not where, but when. Huh. Yeah. That's it? Listen, I know you're still new to this, but you have to be pretty naive to expect anything other than cryptic information so early in your adventure. Wouldn't you rather go back into the action anyway? Just buy a health upgrade or something and be on your way. Kids these days. What do you want to chat about? Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a servant who didn't know how to read. The day came where his master asked him to read something for her, to which he replied, "I'm sorry, my lady, I can't read." That reply immediately got him fired. So he went out in the streets looking for a tea house to relax and accept the bad news. When he couldn't find any, he reckoned he probably wasn't the only one to wish there was a tea house in his small town. So he opened up his own. It really picked up, so he built many more and became rich in the process. One day, his accountant asked him to review a piece of document, to which he replied he didn't know how to read. The accountant, who couldn't believe his ears, said, "If you became a millionaire without even knowing how to read, just imagine where you would be if you could read." "Oh, I know exactly where I'd be," the rich man replied. "I'd be a servant." The end. Huh. What? I don't see how this applies to my adventure. It doesn't. You asked for a story. More like the long version of When Life Gives You Lemons. Alright, since you don't seem to appreciate me sharing some clever material for your next party, I suggest you move along. What do you want to chat about? Nothing now. Please don't touch the cabinet. I already told you, the cabinet's off limits. Believe me, you're not ready for what's in there. You think you can just barge into my lab and go through my stuff like you own the place? There's no skeleton in there, I promise. Hey, don't touch. It's empty anyway. Don't make me lock it. Why don't you put all that curiosity to good use in the outside world? Maybe, I don't know, save humanity? Fuck humanity. If you touch that again, you'll have to sit through my boring story. I'm warning you, it's boring. It's philosophical. I'll even remove your ability to skip what I'm saying. This is your last warning. You better make sure you have some time ahead of you if you're gonna touch that again. You asked for it, don't say I didn't warn you. You know, it gets pretty lonely out here, so I have a lot of time to think. The one thing that keeps bugging me is this concept of happiness. Everyone seems to be looking for it, some pretend to have it, but no one can really explain what it is. I think I finally cracked that code, you see. Everyone has goals. So you think, oh, when I have this, I'll be happy. Or when I achieve that, I'll feel eternal bliss. Some people are looking for love or acceptance, while others simply hope Devolver will sign their kick-ass game. From my perspective, sitting here at the end of the time and being visited by countless travelers, I've come to realize something very important. Goals don't make people happy, they defer happiness into the future to when the goal will be achieved. This can only fail, because once you reach your goal, you are not the same person you were when you set out to achieve it, and what's more, your mind says to chase something instead of enjoying what you have. So there you have it. Happiness is not a goal or a state, it's a system. You optimize your environment and cherry-pick the people around you. Of course, I get notifications in the middle of this. That every day you're just stoked to live in your own life, and you don't need to defer any joys because you've optimized the present moment. Now, I don't know whether that was cheesy or insightful, or even just annoying, but I need to optimize my own life, and that implies that you stopped trying to open my cabinet, so I really hope I bored you to death. You should see what I did the last traveler got nosy. Hey, I heard that. Please don't touch the cabinet. I already told you, the cabinet's off limits, and now he's gonna loop. But that's one of those things that you have to do every time. You don't have to do it, but I always do it because it's funny. And this is why I wanted projectile blocking. Because that absolutely would have been a doable sequence without it, but it's a lot easier when you can just knock the projectiles out of the air and not need to worry about avoiding them. That's a heal over there. That'd be nice to have. Also note that enemies respawn in this game. Because, you know, of course they do. That's just something you'd expect out of a demon army. Including weird tree worms. That's also pretty standard. There we go. Yep, new enemy. And he's dead. You'll notice this is similar to the shopkeep door, but it's broken. That's because that's just a checkpoint. And I appreciate just how much they did by changing the music when you go in the water, for example. It's the same sound and track playing still. It just sounds different because you're underwater. It's little things. Which is what this game is full of. There's a lot of little touches and things like that that make this game incredible. You can also actually actively slide up and down the walls when you're gripping them, by the by. Actually, I don't know if you can go up them. I think you can only go down, but you know what I mean. Because you can always just jump up the wall. Good thing our hitbox is very skinny when we're swimming, or that would have been awkward. Hi. But just listen to that change. The horn section basically just mutes out entirely when you go down there. I don't think this is a doable jump yet, is it? Oh, no, it is. There we go. You have two options. You could either swim under or jump over. Okay, and yeah, you can climb up. Okay. I could not remember for the life of me. Felt like I was gonna be able to hit that one out of the air, but it's okay. Back to the shop. You'll notice that chat hasn't lit up because there's nothing else to talk to him about right now. We got the health upgrade. Air recovery jump's really nice, but will get us the energy shuriken. You'll notice we now actually have 3 pips of energy up there. And thanks to the health upgrade, we actually have our full health again, plus the extra point. So we don't actually need that health cord that's over there. You'll notice that the energy shuriken seems to do about the same amount of damage as our sword, which is very handy. And that should remind you about the statement from before about the fact that we can cloud step off of projectiles since we can break them. Which is the other reason that I really, really wanted that ability. Because it can make getting through a couple sections a lot easier. Well, that took care of that. Remember that up there, by the way. See, it was gonna look really cool if I had managed to hit that. Oh well. And it's just take an extra second to get that last time shard. Because we definitely want all the shards we can get to make this game a little bit nicer. Or on me, by having all the upgrades I can get. it's just so smooth and satisfying. Take note of that knockback, though, because that's gonna be important. That's why air recovery jump is very nice, because it will save you from situations like that. Clear that open. Note the fact that there's a checkpoint there. Because they were kind enough to put one there. Punch. So it seems you're the one to wander off the beaten path. What was that big green object I just punched? Oh, you mean that thing you just smashed instead of collecting? Yeah, that one. It's a power seal. There are many others like this one, but to be honest, I'm not really sure what they do. I can tell you that finding them all is optional, but if you're the kind of adventurer that likes to go for the extra challenge, you'll want to keep an eye out for the hidden rooms. And who knows, it may or may not unlock an overpowered upgrade. Anyway, I'll be in my shop. Take note of the ground here as well. We can't do anything with that, but just remember that. Just, you know, just stick that in your brain somewhere and hang on to that. Because Lord knows I'm probably gonna forget. So if somebody out there in the collective brain could remember that, that'd be grand. I almost knocked him off into the spikes. Makes you wonder why this is such a high cliff, huh? Just, you know, it's a high cliff. There we go. That's an example of those times I was talking about where the projectile jump makes it a lot easier. What's with the big mysterious chest? It appeared when you smashed your first power seal. You still need to smash 44 or more power seals to open that. There we go, now we got more stuff to talk about. Yeah, I'll get second wind now while I can. This one's unnecessary but helpful. Piercing shurikens would be nice. That's of course helpful. But the health one is more important to me, honestly. This is also incredible. But we can't get that anytime quick. So, slight spoiler, they warn you that there's a level boss coming up, but they'll also tell you a little bit about it. Looks like you're almost at the end of this area. Did I forget to mention there'd be a giant leaf monster guarding the exit? Huh. You did. Haha, that look on your face. Don't worry, my dear adventurer. Leaf monsters only come out during a full moon. How do I break it to them? Oh, is it a full moon right now? Yeah. Oh, that's, I didn't mean to. Well, oh, good luck. Yeah, you're probably fucked, but, you know, you'll figure it out. That's what adventurers do, right? So yeah, this is the thing. Spooky leaf monster! He can only be damaged while his leaves are away. You'll notice that we can't really climb up there that well, either. Like, we can probably do it, but it's really finicky. I might die to him the first time just because I keep fucking this up. Thankfully, you can knock him back. If you just duck, you can avoid like 90% of his attacks. Unless you're me and do something stupid immediately. You'll notice he's already blinking. Come on down, big guy. Got him. It just took me a second to remember how the fight worked. There we go. Now, I'd turn around and go to the checkpoint, but as you saw, we need an upgrade for checkpoints to heal us. Forlorn Temple. Stage 2. But, thankfully, area transitions heal us. I did forget that. Forlorn Temple, huh? That's a sad one. How so? Haven't paid much attention during history lessons, have you? Well, you know. Adventure types rarely do, I get it. So the short of it is, that the four-headed monster who would have killed you earlier if that cooler-than-you hero hadn't intervened, that's the Demon King. He brought his armies to the human realm centuries ago, and destroyed their stronghold, forcing them to retreat into hiding. And he's been sitting on their throne ever since. You mean this is all that's left of the human legacy? For what it's worth, I'm sorry. No way, I will go and take down that Demon King right now. You wouldn't be the first to try. Well, I can't just stand by while some evil monster gloats over my people's misery. You are still too weak to consider taking on even his second in command. I'm going. I bet you can't even make it to the entrance without falling into the pit. Watch me. No, I will. So what do you want to chat about? You have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a princess looking for a suitable husband. She sent an invitation to all the neighboring princes, stating that the main trait she was looking for was sensitivity. Contenders came and went, attempting to pass her test. You'll be my guest tonight, the princess would explain, and all I need you to do is sleep on that pile of mattresses. The next morning, she would ask them how their night was. I had the best sleep of my life, each would reply, confident that they had proved that they didn't fear the dark or that they could be for easy guests. They were all promptly dismissed. One day, an especially sensitive prince reported he couldn't sleep at all. I don't know what was up with that pile of mattresses, it went on. It looked comfortable enough, but when I laid on it, it was like I had a fork stuck in my kidney. They got married the next day. Oh, everyone knows that story. There was a pea underneath that pile, so that someone who's extremely sensitive wouldn't be able to sleep. Yes, but have you ever heard what happened after? Huh? For the first few weeks, everything was amazing. The prince would always complain. Just the guy she asked for. When the soup wasn't too hot, it's the cutlery that was too cold. When the music wasn't too loud, the paintings were uninspired. And when the clothes weren't itchy, the poems were predictable. Until one day, just like that, it dawned on the princess that she was in a toxic relationship. Not only was her husband a drag, she had voluntarily picked him for exactly that reason. It dawned on her just like that, how this whole love story was nothing more than two people whose dysfunctions matched like puzzle pieces. Incredibly humble by regal standards, she realized that she was the only constant in all her problems, delved into personal growth, and then got a divorce. She lived happily ever after. The end. The much more realistic version of that story. Well, this doesn't seem like it'll end well. Into the catacombs we go. To the best of my knowledge, that's a physically impossible path. Oh, you scared me. I thought you were an undead. What kind of creature are you? You've never seen a pumpkin? Pumpkin? We're a tribe of builders. Technically hardworking, but every one of us is cursed by a unique fear, which we're named after. What's your name? Necro. Ah. And you're down here in the catacombs. Necro? So you fear the dead and you somehow ended up in the catacombs. Ironic, isn't it? I fell while trying to repair the temple ruins above and was instantly paralyzed by all this morbidity. Anyway, thanks for snapping me out of it. I really should get back to work. And he just phases out of this reality. How convenient for him and all that. There we go. Yeah, any of those places with those divots in them, in case you haven't figured it out, by the way, you can't climb on that. Now, you might be thinking this whole idea with the time shards is interesting. And, well, it might mean something, it might not. Only time will tell. I was trying to respawn the bat. So I don't think I've got enough jump to get up there without the bat. Oh wait, there we go. I fucked up now, though, I think? No, it doesn't have to have stuff in it for me to use that. There we go. Big ol' thing full of time shards right here. Because there's secrets everywhere. Though, admittedly, that wasn't much of a secret, considering it was very clear how to get up there, but you know. The idea is there. There we go. Gonna get you, Mr. Bat. There we go. Didn't have to, but it was fun. That's a lot of dead stuff. About to be very dead stuff. There we go. Thankfully, this water's not bad for us, even though you would think it would be. Hey, you made it to the catacombs. Okay, anything I should know? Not really. It's pretty standard stuff. Skeletons and bats. Oh, evil wizards, too. You bet, Necromancer even took over. Spooky. Please, Shade. I suggest that you get this area out of the way. There are more original ones lined up. What do you even do here? I study magic. Can you teach me? Not really. Why not? Because you're not ready. Ready for what? For magic! Come on, you just asked. No, but I meant... Believe me, learning magic's a lot harder than following a conversation. What do you want to chat about? Hey, how'd that epic raid on the Demon King go? Did you manage to save the world and restore your people's honor? It's not fair, the bridge was in shambles. Well, we wouldn't have much of an adventure if you faced off against the big villain right away, now would we? Because of course, we were sabotaged from the word go, and that's why he knew we wouldn't make it. Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a poor old lady with nothing in life, save for a small shack and a pear tree. Her name was Madame Misery. Her whole family ate misery, and sometimes there wasn't enough misery to go around. One day, she was visited by a starving beggar who asked whether she had any food to spare. She didn't, but her heart was as big as her situation was unfortunate. So she served the beggar a few clumps out of the tasteless broth she'd been simmering, and then invited him to help himself to a few pears. The beggar removed his cloak, revealing himself as a deity. He was disguised as a beggar to see whether there was any kindness left in the world. Touched by Madame Misery's generosity, she offered to grant her a wish. Let me guess, she didn't want anything and it's immoral about living frugally? No, this is good, let me continue. She mentioned a lot of people were stealing her fruit, which jeopardized her chance to eat every day. Her wish was simple, an enchantment on her pear tree so that it would trap anyone who stole from it until she decided to free them. The divine visitor granted her wish and took his leave. Time went by and she scolded many thieves, but soon realized most of them were starving children. She decided to take it upon herself to feed and educate them, and soon became the pillar of a thriving new generation. Ever happy and generous, Madame Misery got so old that her face looked like an elephant's knee. And then one day, death came for her. Death, following the protocol, inquired about her last request. "I would like to eat one last pear from my tree," she said. "Would you be kind enough to grab one for me?" Death climbed into the tree to grab a pear, getting trapped in the process. The old lady decided to never let Death out of the trap, and since then, there had been misery in the world. The end. Right? What's the moral? Being selfless justifies being selfish later? He didn't get it at all. Generosity begets misery? I don't know, it's a fairy tale for kids. I just thought the idea of Death trapped in a pear tree was interesting. What did you want to chat about? We could get better swimming, but I'm gonna save my money, I think, for either the key globes or the hit points. Because Lord knows I'm gonna need both of those. Which the ever since there was misery in the world really did amuse me at the end. I don't know if anybody else was entertained by that part, but... Because you gotta think, the connotations of no one being able to die because Death is trapped in a pear tree makes it double-layered misery for everyone, basically. Because misery is, of course, forever in the world, so it means that, but it also potentially means they're talking about the fact that immortality is kind of unfortunate. You could take it either way on that one. And there's also the extra layer of, just because somebody's a good person some of the time, doesn't mean they're necessarily all good. There we go, we got another power seal, and it opened the door out of here. Now, I'm not gonna 100% this, one, because I never finished it, so I don't know where everything is to begin with, and two, that's something for you guys to do, so that you have a reason to play this game. Because you better believe that I would be recommending this game to everyone. Well, I fucked up. So I could have cloud jumped up there, and I also, I think, could have reached it with a regular jump. But now that I've crossed through, we kind of have a problem. Because I don't think the floor comes back unless you leave the area. And as you can see, leaving here and coming back in is going to be slightly inconvenient. Let's see if that comes back, though. Oh, right quick. Yes, it does. Okay. So we can correct my mistake. That's what I was afraid of, is that this wasn't actually anything significant. But, you know, extra stuff. I fucked up. Note how much damage that I took from that. And, well, our first death is I got greedy and tried to rush through that. Oh, a new customer. Huh. What happened? I almost died just there. Strictly speaking, you did. Huh, but how... Name's Quarble. Quarble? At your service, I'm the one who never would have met had you any skills. The gist of it is this. I have a magic ring that allows me to control space and time. So whenever you're about to die, I will appear to stop everything and teleport you back to the latest checkpoint. Okay, what's the catch? Hey there, Amber. Happy birthday. Well, for one, you'll still feel agonizing pain every time. Also, I'm keeping track of your debt in my little notepad. So I'll stick around to steal your loot until we're even, or I'm bored. I mean, I could just let you die if you prefer. Seems we have a deal. Glad we see eye to eye. Carry on, then. How goes? Yeah, as you can see, since I died, Corbel will now follow me around and eat a bunch of my time shards. Until he is satisfied. I'm already doing better than I did the first time I played this, because last time I played, I had Corbel following me around from a much earlier point. Specifically, I believe it was the leaf monster that killed me the first time. There we go, Corbel's satisfied. Now, you might be thinking why some of those walls have those climbable-looking bits on them and some don't, but I can climb them both anyway. I believe that's to indicate to you so you can tell where you can and can't climb. Or where specifically they want you to climb, more accurately. It's more of a teaching tool than a mechanic, necessarily. As opposed to those very obviously unclimbable parts. Okay, that doesn't actually go anywhere. I fall for that every time, I swear. That's gonna push out and try to crush me. Yep. There we go. So, fun fact, my sword defies the concept of walls, so we got that going for us. Oh no, it's a wizard. There we go, all you gotta do is knock him down and then you can take him out. Go clean all that out. Oh no, more wizards! That was a bad place for you two to choose to go. This whole room that we could have used to fight them, and they decided to all go to a corner and die. Unfortunate for them. You know, I don't even need to deal with you. You'll note that the skeletons try to rush you when you're on the same plane of existence as they are. To no one's surprise, really, I don't think. I fucked up. Yeah, you know, that sentence lined up a certain way, and honestly, it's not wrong. Go. I'll jump my way through that. Go, 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 go. Okay. Everything's fine. I overdid it a little bit there. That's okay. Fine. Everything is fine. I believe you've reached the Necromancer's doorstep. Any advice? Very little is known about this villain. Okay, so no advice? Dodging anything that looks like evil magic would be a good start. Wow, great help. Well, I also recommend looking at my inventory for any useful upgrades. I really appreciate all the support. Look, the Necromancer is a newcomer. All we know for now is that he plans on taking over the world with his undead army. All we know? Sorry, I meant I. All I know. Totally on my own here. Uh-huh. He isn't kidding, though. We really should get some upgrades. The problem is, we can't actually get the one I really would need. Also, this now exists. Devil's Due. Reduce Corbel's fine for saving your life by 50%. You're gonna want that. Unless you are excessively good, you're gonna want that. Because the fees will add up. And here he is. And with this army of undead, everyone will soon fear the mighty Ruxton. Ahem. What now? We have a visitor. I don't have time for visitors. Well, I did say it once, but I'll say it again. Happy birthday, Amber. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far, and I'm sure I'll see you later. Well, he seems to have time for you. Oh, great. Just when you think you get to play for your evil lab. Did you miss the first one or the second one, Amber? Well, happy birthday, Amber. Like I said, I hope you have a wonderful day. And as I said, I'll see you later, most likely. Oh, the way these things play out. Do I have to remind you who's in charge here? Now say something threatening and try not to embarrass us like you did before. You too, Amber. Oh, I've been practicing. Watch this. Ha! Ahem! Who dares enter my lab? Uh-oh, is that the messenger? Looks like it. What do we do? Steal the scroll, of course. Good plan. En garde, face the mighty might of Ruxton the Great. Joke's on you, I can break those. Right, it's laser time, okay. Get off there. Uh-oh. Yeah, this one's a little bit more rough than the other one, as you can see. I'm supposed to be using his platform as protection, but I forgot until almost too late. Stay over there, back, get off of there. He's not meant to be the most dangerous, he's just a step up from the previous one. I keep forgetting that I can't reach him. Admit it, you did that just because you wanted to see me. No. Bad Ruxton. Bad Corbel, bad Ruxton, bad everybody. Including me. Just doing a bad job. Keep getting too greedy, because I want this fight to end. Gonna keep on dying, because I won't stop overextending. Like, this is not a hard fight. I'm just impatient, so I'm getting myself in trouble, as is tradition. Go. Yep. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do that fight, instead of making an absolute fool of yourself like I did. I yield. Wait, I don't. It's over. This evil thing's clearly not working out for us, no matter how many skills we slap onto ourselves. Any suggestions then? I'm listening. I don't know, just something else. Like what? Introspection would be a good start. What has this all brought us, really? Ridiculous. I'm sticking to evil. Oh yeah, now you're going to accomplish anything if I'm not carrying you. Well, I could. That is... Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's settled then. Carry on, messenger. We promise not to cause the world any harm. On to Area 3, Bamboo Creek. Get used to that happening, as I try to do greedy moves and fuck up. I visit that shopkeeper from time to time. 3 deaths is a bit worrying. I should just make the jump normally instead of trying to be fancy, but the compulsion to be fancy is strong. Bamboo Creek! That must be a sight for sore eyes after your trek in the catacombs. Sure is. Do make the best of it. This place is as close to a day off as you'll get on this adventure. I'll try, I just didn't know something so cheerful existed. Heh, I guess that says more about your mindset than about the world. What are these crystals I'm collecting? So you're a touch with the unidentified magic object first and ask questions later, huh? That kind of guy. You and me both, buddy. They're time shards. I can use them to augment your abilities. How does it work? Exactly the way we've been doing it so far. You select what you want, give me the required amount of shards so I can do my thing. No, I meant the spell itself. It's complicated. But I'm curious. And I'm busy. What do you want to chat about? You have any stories to share? Of course I do, but now's not the time. Why not? You're in Bamboo Creek. This is as sunny as it gets in this here cursed world. So I suggest you take the opportunity to play outside. I know. It'd be so much better if they just went the extra mile and kicked me out when they did that. But I also understand that people would get annoyed about that. think that's a death pit. Which, you know, touching time shards without knowing what they are probably also isn't our finest of plans, but nothing new there, really. As you might imagine, those are timed, so if I don't get through quick enough, it's an issue. Yet another reason why the projectile braking attack is very, very important. You gotta keep cloud stepping on those to keep them rising up. Sometimes they're necessary for things other than movement, I believe. I don't remember entirely, though. This guy's actually somewhat difficult. Kinda gotta wait for him to attack, and then you can get a shot in most of the time. Specifically, you attack, he'll dash at you, and then you can hit him from behind. I thought I had a shuriken left, which is where I went wrong there. And he left. You can defeat him, I believe, but you have to be really good, and I'm just a mess today, apparently. So, there's that. Gotta hit the weak point and right where that purple bulb is. I didn't realize I could leave the... Huh. I am my own health bar now. Yeah, this is not the way I was meant to be going right now. Okay. Getting my head back in the game a little bit. Nothing I really need that I can afford. So I could get Timeless Mind right now, but we don't really need it at the minute. I'd rather save up for the more health-related ones at the rate I'm playing today. Ordinarily, I would actually be going for the Timeless Mind thing straight away, just so I'd have the extra key to use. And then I fucked that up. Thus proving exactly why I want the health upgrades. Right tip, avoid the spikes. You can fly, Corval, I don't want to hear it. Which, my mind's not all here today to begin with. These are things I'm not gonna get into here. This is what you're supposed to have done, by the way, rather than doing what I did. And I fucked up the jump again. Because what I'm trying to do is get around to where that fireball shooter is. And it's doable, I just keep fucking the timing up. What does Spikes and Quarble have in common? We both have your back. You little shit. But yeah, basically, Quarble exists as a mechanic to keep you from getting too much money when you're dying. 8 time shards in. Starting to feel some acid reflux. Maybe swallowing them is not a great idea. Because otherwise, if we were sitting here dying like I've been doing, we'd actually be making quite the time shard profit right now. And instead, a large chunk of those are going to Quarble, so that we don't end up getting massive upgrades early on. I don't know how I fucked that up this time, and I'm just not gonna risk it this time. It's not even that worth it. I'm just showing off and getting myself in trouble as a result of it. keep powering the elevator while everything wants me dead. There we go. Because you can bypass a chunk of the level by going up there like I just did, but I'm going to show you guys what's actually over here. Because there's not much I skipped by doing that. You literally just miss this elevator sequence here that is meaningless. And those couple items that were there. Okay. Just wanted to get rid of that before it ended up hitting me from behind on the way through. Okay. Cleared all the way through that. Almost fucked that up, which would have been embarrassing. Though at this point I feel like it's almost becoming expected. There we go. And notice how they said that this would be as much of a vacation compared to everything else you'll be dealing with as you'll get. They're right, but just consider the connotations of what that means, and you'll understand why that's a problem. If you do that jump right, you can skip this whole elevator bit here, but I am just apparently that much off my game today that I can't make that work. Which I can't say I'm surprised by. Okay. There's the extra health, because I'm just being a complete fool today. And give me 1 second. Anyway, back to business. So I guess the boss is up next? Boss in the Bamboo Creek? That's a good one! With the layout, you know, perfectly centered gates, symmetrical lanterns, no scrolling, I just thought, look, you're perfectly free to hallucinate patterns and try to make sense of them, but I believe I told you this place was like your day off. So? Well, would you fight a boss on your day off? Well, exactly. Now you'll note that there's these ladders here, indicating that you want to go down here. Okay. Look, nothing here. What do you know? Guess the pattern was a lie. Off to Howling Grotto, where things are really gonna start picking up. And not in a favorable way. You might think, wow, this game seems rather short at the rate you're flying through. Oh, just give it time. It'll balance itself out. I fell in a pit. That you did! That gap was way too wide. There's no way I can make the jump. This reminds me of a story. A long time ago, warriors of the Squirrel Clan invented a way to soar through the skies. Touching on a freedom humans could seldom dream of, some would mistake them for gods. Incredible. Yeah, whatever. Here's a wingsuit. You got the wingsuit. Press and hold A while airborne to glide. Deploy over geysers to fly upwards. I mean, I feel like I need an explanation about the whole sudden wingsuit thing, but sure. And this is why it's worth buying the underwater dash, is because you can then get the wingsuit food attack, which is how you get through the blocks you saw me looking at before, or that were on the ground. So we'll go ahead and buy towards that. I forgot that it was behind this. I thought it was something that came with getting the wingsuit. Thanks for the wingsuit. You bet. Don't forget to try it out by pressing and holding A while airborne. Why was it free and not the other upgrades? Because it was mandatory to your progression. You can't save the world if you're stuck in a pit. Will there be more freebies in the future? There's only one way to find out now, isn't there? What do you mean? I mean, you should carry on with your quest while letting your heart know for sure that this here cursed world and its inhabitants have a lot of surprises left in store for you. Welcome to the Howling Grotto. Do people live here? Some cave-dwelling creatures used to, a long time ago. They built structures from the streams of emeralds running through the rock, and believed the wind was the breath of God. Anything I should know? Not really, other than it's gliding time. Huh? Well, that wingsuit I gave you? Yeah? Sorry, I don't have enough contextual data. I meant to say something that would make sense regardless of whether you would already use the wingsuit to ride the wind tunnels. You're being awkward now. What's wrong with you? I gave you something that virtually lets you fly, and you'd rather stay here and chat? What do you want? You have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a king who had a pretty rough time managing his emotions. Experiencing nothing but extremes, he would always feel either too excited or too depressed, which caused him to never get anything done. Just as he was about to lose all hope of getting his life together and be a viable ruler for his people, he was visited by a traveling relic hunter. To rid the king of his woes, the relic hunter gave him a magic ring, promising it would make him sad when he is happy and happy when he is sad. It worked like a literal charm, and the kingdom became very prosperous as a result. When the king passed away, the castle's wizard promptly grabbed the ring to finally try and understand the source of its power. As it turns out, the ring wasn't magic at all, but how could a non-magic ring make you sad when you're happy and happy when you're sad? Well... any guess? Not really. It had a small inscription that read, "This too shall pass." Whoa, that's deep. It's more than deep, I just gave you the cure for anxiety through a fairy tale. Thanks, shopkeeper. Hey now, don't push it. Now, that's not really a cure, per se, but it is decent advice in some cases. Now we can fly. And it conveniently was in our color, too. Funny how that works. Considering, you know, we were wearing a different color than all of the other ninjas. It's kind of funny that they just happen to have a wingsuit in our perfect color, huh? Suspicious, I'd say. Almost like that predestined nonsense might actually be a thing. What do you know? Well, doesn't this just look great? We gotta fly through this while somehow not getting obliterated. It's easier than it looks. And that's another power seal. And thankfully, they give us an exit. But I believe this exit skips a bit of stuff, if I remember right. Oh no, puts us right back out over here, actually. This is fine. Now, I will say, the wingsuit has actually sabotaged me in the past, and as you saw there, it actually sabotaged me a little bit in getting the jump off of that as well. Because we don't have the wingsuit attack, that's a little trickier to land those hits than it would otherwise be. It's all the same button press, aside from the attack itself. Hey, I'll be visiting the shopkeeper later. Should I grab something to reduce spike damage for you? Listen, Corporal. I don't need this right now. Especially not from you. You're already taking enough from me. Does this actually lead anywhere, or is this... Nope, that's just to keep you from climbing up all the way without the wingsuit. To keep enterprising speedrunners and such from breaking through without having what they're supposed to. This is how you're supposed to be doing this sequence without fucking it up like I did the first time. And yes, he was just jamming out the whole time when he's throwing rocks at me. In case anybody noticed that and was wondering. I'm just trying to move this along so we can get to the actual meat of things. Which might be a mild spoiler, but just trust me when I say there's a lot more going on than meets the eye here. That said, just look at what he's doing this whole time. Like, if he had headphones, you'd be very easily able to tell that's exactly what he's doing. You can just picture them on the side of his head there. I think I actually... Okay, I can't go in there right now. Right, okay. It's a good thing those rocks are breakable. Anyway. Okay. Oh, this bit's fun. I remember this bit. Anxiety flight over spikes. Oh, he's gone. What do you got for me now, shopkeep? There we go. Now we got wingsuit attack, and we can get serendipitous mind. You'll also notice that we're actually starting to run a little low on upgrades. Don't worry too much over that. But now we can attack downwards as we're floating. Oh yeah, we can also dash in the water now, but that's only very rarely important from what I remember. It's helpful, because as you saw, I can, like, launch myself out of the water that way, but it's not the most important thing. And sometimes my brain just has a moment like that. Making things so much harder than they need to be. If you're wondering, yes, I did try to smash that last one on the beat to make it make that sound right in time with the song. It didn't quite work how I wanted it to, but it worked in general, so I'll take it. Yeah, we now have the power of spinning idiot, basically, when we're flying. One sec. Ah, okay. Something over there. What do you want about? Ah, okay. Yeah. Another scam going around. Seems like there's no shortage of those. Which, really, there isn't. Sadly. Now, don't ask me how I remember where half of these things are. Most of it's just a matter of, I look at something and go, oh yeah, there's probably something up there, without even thinking too much about it. So I've played, you know, a few of the games like this. Just a few. And they're not exactly subtle, I would say. Let me just let these come around to me. Okay. Yeah, we don't have enough for that. That's not gonna happen anytime quick. I keep forgetting that that one's crazy expensive. We almost have enough for that. That is helpful, but not vital. Well, I hope you're up for a challenge. Why? Because something big is up next. What? Well, let's just say you're about to fight someone who understands that the best defense is a good defense. Who? I wish I could tell you. Anyway, your 3 questions are up. Carry on. Since when is there a 3-question rule? Hey, that's 4 now. He does what he wants. Damn shopkeeper's a pain in the butt. But yeah, he ain't kidding about the defense on this thing, though. Big ol' golem time. Now, there's a very important reason why I wanted the wingsuit attack, though. And it's because I can do this. Yeah, that's the whole mechanic for this fight, is beat up the orb in the middle a bit, and then go for the target at the top once it's vulnerable. And watch out for the orb it shoots. And don't be like me and be too greedy. Now, there's better tricks to doing this than what I'm showing off here. I just don't remember the right tricks. So I know there's a way to get this fight very, very fast. And you'll notice he only brings up one arm at this point now. I fucked that up. And now he starts faking his jumps a little bit too. Which is where he really starts getting dangerous. We thankfully should have him on this round, though. I think this is the final one. Nope, not quite. Oh, maybe? Oh, yeah. Shit, fire. I forgot there was a second phase. Whopping 125 time shards accumulated so far. Glad they assigned me to you. So yeah, now that you've seen how the fight works, let me do this better, shall I? Back over this way. As you can see, with a little bit of focus, this fight goes a lot better, and if I'm not fucking around trying to do the fancy wingsuit move for it. So I remember the wingsuit being a very pivotal way to doing the quick kill on this. I just don't remember the actual methodology for it. Fucked that up, but that's okay. We're already in position for this anyway. Now, the wingsuit attack is, of course, very important for this phase, because you can attack the floating orb from above. You'll notice it's giving you energy, because I believe this is actually meant to be a fight where you attack him from the side with your shurikens. Personally, I prefer to just hit him from above with the wingsuit, because it doesn't risk me falling off the map. Like, thanks for destroying my golem? Huh? Well, you attacked first. What are you talking about? I've been digging through these caverns for centuries, and you just randomly engaged. No way. Way. No way. You know what? Fair enough. I can see how you would have thought I was a threat. I guess my survival instincts kicked in a little too fast. I understand. It's all good. Look, I'm sorry I destroyed your golem, okay? Don't worry about it. I mean it. I'm sorry. It's alright, honest mistake. So, how do I get out of here? Oh, I'll adjust the wind for you. Good luck on your quest. He's a pretty chill dude now that I beat him up and made him understand that he was being a problem. Though we did kind of jump him first. That kind of was on us. Look at that face. And now that we're gone, now he's sad. Because he doesn't have a golem anymore. Off to Quiltrum Marsh. Okay. Now, you'll notice we sink into the swamp a little bit here, so that's a bit of an issue to worry about, but it's not usually too big a problem from what I remember. Something was making me move a little weird there, but I think that was just in my head. There we go, collect all that. Okay. He's got a thing about the Emerald Golem in the current area. We can grab this. We're now running out of things we're going to be able to get anytime soon, so basically we're not opening the upgrade menu unless I have 400 at this point. I still can't believe you defeated the Emerald Golem. Did you get a chance to understand its motive? That thing wasn't evil, it was just digging away. What? You mean all those messengers that were killed? All misunderstanding. Wow. Huh. Shit. Welcome to Cloister Marsh, said no one ever. Yeah, this place is eerie. Tell me about it. I once had to look through the mud for an artifact. Gave up pretty quick. What happened to this area? Legend says it used to be ruled by a monstrosity called the Primal Fear, until a brave monk defeated it. Both were very mighty indeed, but with its final breath, the Primal Fear cursed the monk forever. Hey there, Tiny. How was your trip to the park? How you holding up? Cursed? Legend also says the monk still roams the marsh to this day, turning any trespassers into fungi. Funny that you show up for this place, Tiny. Oh, great. No one knows whether any of that's true, but yeah, I'd pick up the pace if I were you. Of course, here's one for you. There once was a messenger who kept asking for stories. Even though he was supposed to move on with his very important quest, he just couldn't get enough. The shopkeeper, living in a void outside of time, was connected to all areas, and so at first was happy to share the myths and legends encountered over decades of traveling. Yeah, that's fair. It's bringing back good memories for me so far. Though we've had a few awkward fumbles because of the fact that I'm just not, like, 100% in it right now. But you know about that already. Alas, the messengers never seemed to appreciate the morals or takeaways, so the shopkeeper decided to be done with the stories thing. Huh. Feeling a little attacked here. The end. Huh. No way, I liked your stories. Huh. Come on. Maybe later, we'll see. Like, the amount of character in this game is what really gets me with this one. We've already done the cabinet thing. And I've gotten a couple power seals, but not all of the ones I could have, to the best of my knowledge. Don't even need to deal with that guy. That's the one issue with the wingsuit attack, is if you can't get the input just right, you end up doing the wingsuit attack instead of coming out of wingsuit and attacking. Which is not actually an issue like 90% of the time, but every now and then it can be a bit of an issue. Oh yeah, the music. The music is a big thing. You know, that's upsetting, but we're okay, we're alive. Fuck you. Bet you thought he was gonna get me there. Which, honestly, me too. But it worked out. We're fine. Ooh, boy. I know what to do with this, but I don't like it. Yep. There we go. Pay no mind to the slight scratch on my ass. It's fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, you can't actually get up there. No. There we go. Breaking that other flying shot was extra, but it was fun. We don't have enough money for anything, but I think he has something to say at this point. No, he's got nothing. This is just a checkpoint. Okay. There we go. Getting my head back in it a bit better now. I promptly say before I get hit. Way to go, me. Gone and jinxed yourself as usual. I'm just gonna wait right here. I don't know, this is a lot of green. Everything else I agree with, just everything being this green I'm not sure about. Oh, right. That I agree with, yes. Timing. Yeah. That's expected, because the mobile app is terrible. The thing is, I also could have believed out here was what you were talking about, because there's mushrooms everywhere. I got stuck to the damn thing. There we go. Somewhat scary mushrooms, yeah, they're a little stabby. Yeah, I bet you thought that bird was gonna get me. I've been around the block enough times, I know how they do. Breaking that at Mushroom Head was unnecessary. Not to mention incredibly risky. But I did it anyway. I'm also being a bit ballsier because of the fact that I have the heal on kill now. Even if it's not on every kill, it's often enough that it usually will work out my nonsense. Go. Got a full heal. Yeah, this is a very good room. I like this room. I'm a little suspicious of this. This right here is a bit of a problem. Everything else is great. Careful, I sense a fallen up ahead. Fallen? That's how we call messengers whose quest came to a tragic end, their power corrupted by demon magic. Why are you so serious all of a sudden? Because it doesn't get more serious than a rogue messenger about to unleash on you. And with these stories about a monk, if it really is that one monk, what are you talking about? How about you meeting your match? Good luck. You're fucked, but you know, you'll probably be fine. Yeah. Yeah, you'll totally be fine. This fight's actually kind of nasty from what I remember. Well, well, well. It seems we have an intruder. You need to get out of here. This place is filled with monsters. Oh, did my closed room scare you? So it's true. Don't like my army? It's a shame, really, since you're about to join it. Wait, that scroll. It couldn't be. Huh? No, impossible. Kneel before your queen and receive the curse of quills. How about now? Now I can't hit those, okay. I'm remembering that bit wrong. Ah, right. That's what I do. I use her little plant thing as a platform. She's gonna spend the majority of the fight up in the air. We just need to bring her down to our level. Which the initial learning on that process, I seem to recall, was what I had the most trouble with. And this thing here that she does at this part of the fight, where she just sits in the middle and spins, becomes a bit of an issue. Now she'll double plant. There we go. And now she goes on the offensive with the whip. Which is where you really will lose health. She's almost done. I just need to get a couple more hits in. Got her. Now her Quarble will take her away. Now wait a second. Hmm? Who do you think you are? Global. Quillable? This name makes no sense. Why have I never seen you before? I was exiled a long time ago when I got cursed along with my messenger. That voice, are you... out of here? You bet. See ya, sucker. Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. Hmm? Yeah, a lot happened there, but you know. We don't need to process any of that. I'm really surprised I got that one first try. Off to Searing Crags. Is that one I walled on for a little bit back in the first time I played this. Guess I've gotten better since then. Of course, you know, actually paying attention to what I'm doing probably helps. And knowing how our attacks work. Even though it's been years. Congratulations, you made it to the base of the mountain. Almost there. You know what this means? I don't know. Does it mean that you have another dialogue trap for me? Huh. What? Oh, so you're just gonna try and steal my character just like that, huh? I guess you think you deserve a prize? No. Well, you do. Plus, you'll never be able to make the climb without the rope dart. The rope dart? Don't overthink it. Everyone will probably end up calling it the grappling hook anyway. Here. You got the rope dart. Press B to throw, try it on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies. The rope dart is very handy. So, thanks for the rope dart? Ah, did you think that was an awkward interaction? You could say that. Clearly you never had to tell your boss that your little experiment went wrong, permanently impacting one of your colleagues. I heard that. Anyways, you can use that on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies. Go nuts. About that monk. It is as I feared. Our most promising messenger did not die, but was instead cursed forever. She became the Queen of Quills. How did that happen? This is a tale for another time. It's a story I once told the guy who hooked me up with music for my shop. There once was a village struggling to figure out who the werewolf was. People kept dying every full moon, and very gorily at that. One day, a brave young couple decided to venture into the woods. He would be the hunter, and she the bait. As one would expect from such a cliched setting, they got separated, and our hunter faced off alone against the beast near a cliff. After 15 minutes of literal uphill battle, the hunter managed to chop off the werewolf's paw with his axe, just as it was attempting to choke him. The hunter then ran for his life, severed paw still clutched to his throat. By the time he got home, the sun was up, and he found his fiancée bleeding, also badly wounded. The paw on his throat had reverted to its human form, and at that moment he noticed he was wearing a ring he had purchased a few days ago. The end. Whoa, that was spooky. I'm still looking for a title. Any suggestions? What about the Werewolf Bride? Wow, great idea. Really? No, not really. You put the reveal in the title, idiot. Oh. Yeah, you know, that does kind of take away from the whole thing, doesn't it? We are still poor, so we can't buy anything else. And off we go. But yeah, the rope dart basically drags you to anything you hit with it. It's very handy, but also a little worrisome to use, as you see from situations like that. It's very good as a safety move, though. If you think you're not going to make a jump, you can just grapple your way to the wall. Just in case. And you do get a guaranteed hit on the enemy you rope dart to, which is worth noting as well. It basically gives you a free pass-through attack. It also breaks projectiles just like your sword does, but I believe you have to have the upgrade for the rope dart to do that. Specifically, the sword upgrade is what I mean. There we go. Just dexterously slip my way through that. Don't need it, but I'm gonna pick it up because I'm not coming back for it anyway. What do you got for me? Still nothing, huh? Okay. Wrong button. We're just powering right on through. Up and up we go. I wonder where they're all running off to. Well, wherever they're going, we probably shouldn't go there. Which is exactly why we're running in the same direction they are. If there wasn't a wall there, my first instinct, of course, would have been to go to where they're running from, in case anybody's wondering about that. Yes, I would have done that. But there was a wall, so it was immediately pointless. Okay, there's nothing over there. As you might guess, this is a rope dart path that you gotta take in order to not die going through here. Now, I forget... Oh yeah, you gotta go in here from above. You'll notice the broken ceiling there. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of it's very dark, but it's also, like, cloaked in just a little bit of tongue-in-cheek to it a lot of the time. So you don't have to take it seriously, but you can enjoy both sides of that, basically. Back to the shopkeep. How goes things, Nimble? Didn't get a chance to ask that earlier. I was in the middle of a thing, and you're in the middle of things, and, you know, that's how it goes. Gotta open the next bottle. Because I'm gonna need cold and caffeine to keep this whole show going. Okay. Once more into the breach. Actually, did I check to see if he had a thing about level boss? Because I think we're up to that, aren't we? Oh, he has no chat. Okay. Oh, that's right. This place is longer than I thought it was. Because you fly through this place pretty quick, as long as you're not having too much trouble. Go. Get rid of him, get that, rope dart across, and away we go. I saw that spike. And that one. Didn't see the third one, but it was fine either way. Heck with you, I'm going this way. This is the way I have to go, though, so we're gonna go the other way. That should have reached, but okay. That's the one unfortunate thing with the rope dart, is if you miss by just a pixel, that's enough for it to not work. If you're wondering if I took that hit on purpose to get across there quicker, you'd be right. Since I can use the air recovery jump. Damn it. My impatience knows no bounds, you know this. And again. It's gonna be annoying getting across that, just because of the fact that it's a very tight jump. What I really should be trying to do is actually using their projectiles to give me an extra bounce to be a little safer about doing that instead of doing what I'm doing. Just in case anybody's like, well, how do you do this correctly? It's like, well, not how I'm doing it. There's your first clue. You can also do this. But you gotta watch out for that shot when you go to do that move. Damn it. Those corners are also a little bit wider than they should be, so it's very easy to get caught on them. Now look here, you. You can also do this. Which is, I believe, the actual intended way to do that. I just, as you know, do things my way. Actually, there's the main checkpoint there. So I went the wrong way. Hold up, we gotta go back. Pardon me, everybody. Coming through. I saw the checkpoint there and forgot that they put checkpoints on these as well. And yes, I cheated that one. No, I'm not going to take it back. There we go. Easily done. Notice how easy it is to do it the intended way. Because a lot of this part of the game is actually really easy. Well, relatively easy. Let me not sell it too short. If you can platform, it's easy. If you can't platform, it's a nightmare. We still don't quite have enough for meditation, much as I would love to have that. It really does. Rainbow Dragon Eyes did a fantastic job with this. And there's gonna be a whole set of different memories getting called up once we get to the latter parts of this game. Like, as far as retro love letter games go, this is one of the best ones out there as far as that goes. Because it calls everything back properly without overdoing it. And it, for the most part, left the negative side of old games behind. Yeah, I thought he was gonna overshoot. I misjudged that shot. Yeah. I'm not much of a buy the soundtrack guy, but this is a soundtrack I would buy. In fact, I think I did. I would actually have to go look. And I highly recommend Rainbow Dragon Eye's other stuff. I would play some of it, but I'm pretty confident I would not be allowed to. I've definitely done that too. There are some games that are 90% for the music, and 10% this game's okay. Looks like the boss is up. Surely you mean the boss is. Bosses? Bosses. The bosses are up. I need to fight more than one boss here? Well, technically it's more like personal training than an actual fight. What? Ah, don't let me ruin it. Just go see for yourself. Yeah, these two are gonna be a thing. Exactly, that's the idea I get at with it. Let's go ahead and reduce Corbel's fine, because otherwise we're gonna keep losing money. Which, hot take, but I could say that for a decent amount of Sonic games. Not that they'd suck, but the games are definitely mostly better because the soundtrack exists. If you didn't have music for those, they would not be anywhere near as enjoyable. And a lot of people would look at me like I'm a monster for saying that. Yeah, I figured you'd be on board with me on that one, Nimble. Another day, another stew simmering. Oh yeah. Mountain life is a blast, but I sure miss seeing adventurers passing by. I hear ya. Remember humans? You bet I do. They were almost as interesting as obvious foreshadowing. Did you ever hear the beta version of the Sonic Heroes theme where they didn't have the lyrics yet, so they just were making shit up the whole time? Because it's fantastic. It is so stupid, but it's fantastic. Oh look, a human. Who would have thought? Yo, Kolos, check this little guy out. Whoa, Susus, see that scroll? Hey, little guy, are you the carrier? Don't be silly, Susus. Everybody knows it's the runner. You're confused, Kolos. I'm pretty sure it's the envoy. No, you misconstrued, Susus. It's actually the emissary. Come on, Kolos. I think I remember it being the courier. Seriously, Susus, how about we agree on the message bearer? Can do, Kolos. Want to test the message bearer's sportsmanship? I thought you'd never ask, Susus. Let's see what you got, little guy. They're gonna pump me up. Said help. I'll link it to you later, because I have to go find it again. But it's a treat. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're getting at with this. Colossus. This is a pair of huge Cyclops boys. Of course, you know, they go on about sportsmanship, and then it's a 2-on-1 fight. Because that's clearly so sportsmanlike. But either way, welcome in, Dig Dug. Hope you're doing well. Oh, right, he throws directly. Right. Just buying time for the other one, basically. Right, they do the kick elbow drop. I'm gonna die here because I'm trying to remember how this fight goes, because they do a lot of damage when they do hit you. And I am out of practice. He's just up there doing his squats. Okay, I can't go high enough to avoid that. I just need to outrun that one. Okay. And then I can get some hits on him while he's down. Basically, kinda, yeah. Okay, I can't duck that. Can I rope dart to him? I can, but it didn't work. Work the way I wanted it to. Thankfully, they're not that bright. Am I gonna one hit point the end of this fight just like I've done the last few? I forgot the whole gimmick to him is teaching you to use the rope dart to fight him. And the rope dart also allows you to avoid the boulder from this one, too. Because he blocks from the back and the other one blocks from the front. First paycheck always feels good. At this point, I mostly see the work. Yeah, the rust is real.
Flawless victory.
I mean, it certainly was for them. Which is kind of wild just how big the green guy's arms are, despite the fact that he mostly works his legs. Just goes to show, balance in all things is wise. As you can see, though, you can clock a lot of damage on these guys as soon as you remember to use the rope dart. Did not read that angle correctly. Now, as you might imagine, this is another fight where you want to keep their health relatively close to each other so you don't have to do too much work after one goes down. Oh, he's getting mad. He's getting real upset. And they missed, because they're dead. I thought this was a fight where one would go down and the other one would stay, but I think it actually doesn't work that way. I'm not remembering. Consarnet Kolos, the postman packs quite a punch. Savagely stated, Susus. We like you, little guy. What do you reckon, Kolos? He probably needs to reach the top of our mountain. Seems so, Susus. I say we help him out. Confirmed, Kolos. Let's do it. Thanks for the workout, little guy. Now don't move. This might sting a little. Wait, what? Ready, Kolos? Set, Susus. What? Whee! Well, I'm hungry now. Shall we snack, Kolos? I dissent, Susus. We promised not to eat until our power thistle was ready to be added to the pot. I forgot completely, Kolos. Surely its magical properties will make us even stronger. Complete without the blinding flash as badly. It will be succulent, Susus. It will be concarnate, Kolos. Let's sit by the stew until the thistle is fully grown. And back to sitting there. Glacial Peak. We... Okay. I had a better voice planned for them than my mind just could not call it up at the time, unfortunately. I really was gonna do something dumb with that one. But, you know, best laid plans and all that. Oh yeah, by the way, ice physics. Ice physics are gonna be a thing here. So get ready for that. Take note of that over there. And the fact that we can't rope dart up. So, you know, just sack that away in the back of your mind some. finally near the mountain summit. Looks like my adventure's about to come to an end. Clearly you haven't watched the trailer. Pardon? Never mind. Hey, it's cold and slippery out there. Be careful. Yeah, there's a reason for that, and those who don't know, you'll know soon. And those who missed my little hints about that earlier, it'll make sense later. Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a village settled in a land of ice and snow. Food was scarce, but not so much as heat. Their elders spoke of a lush grove, safe, abundant, and with comfortable weather to boot. The only problem was, that grove lay on the other side of a permanent hailstorm, which would take weeks to cross. One day, a brave couple left their young boy behind to attempt what the village called the trek. They would scout all the way to the grove and confirm its existence, then come back to the village and lead everyone to a better life. Like all who attempted the trek before them, they sadly and predictably never came back. Over the following decades, that boy grew up with only one goal in mind, to take on the trek himself and find his parents alive at the grove or dead in the ice. Figuring they may have simply been ill-prepared, he trained every day until he was 5 years older than his parents were when they left for the trek, and then set off for his own attempt. The hailstorm's first bite wasn't as bad as he thought it would be, but the ice-cold soil slowly worked its way into his bones. After days of walking through the storm without realizing it was all just a metaphor playing out in his troubled young adult mind, he stumbled upon a no-pun-intended chilling sight. His parents, frozen solid in a block of ice. The shock was too strong. He remained there, cursing and pondering and cursing again until the cold took him to become a part of the ice block. The end. What? What do you mean, what? No moral, or at least a proper ending? Sometimes, stories can be harsh. It might just be the very message they mean to convey about life. You need to think about what transpired and find your own takeaways. There's no wrong answers, as long as they ring true to you. Maybe, but this one really felt like a pointless story. And it might just be the case for you, it was. Or you could consider the implications of our adventurer being 5 years older than his parents when he found them. Can you imagine gazing upon those who were your protectors and mentors, realizing they're actually younger than you? Your bearers of truth, the wise ones, those you aspired to be like? A harsh reality indeed. You thought they knew it all, had it all figured out, that they were centered and filled with purpose. Yet there you stand, beholding the one pillar you ever took for granted and used for stability, physically crystallized, yet mentally shattered before your very own eyes. Had they really found inner peace already when you knew them?
Kill them all.
Or were they simply excellent actors? Food for thought, huh? Yeah, that's enough. Remember, this is all subjective. I shared but one angle. And he makes a good point there, though. No matter how much you perceive somebody to have all their shit together and be in a better position, doesn't necessarily mean that that's the whole story. Nor does it mean you can't get there yourself or even go past. Kill them all is always a safe angle. It's the angle I frequently take. Take note of that snow that fell, by the way. That's gonna be a mechanic I'm gonna need to worry about here in a minute. This is also where the game really starts getting mean. Like, if you thought some of what we were dealing with before was mean, no. They haven't gotten serious yet. Until now. Which is why we're just gonna skip that whole bit there.
I'm in danger!
For those wondering, I'm trying to do shenanigans again. There we go. Because I know some tricks, and I'm gonna goddamn use them. Well, of course. Who would I be without my shenanigans? The answer is somebody much more boring, and I don't want to be that. You give me the power to basically wall jump off of enemies when I hit them, and I'm gonna goddamn do it every chance I get. What once was an obstacle became a platform. These don't exist until you can thaw them out. Bang. 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 Yeek. Please. There we go. This is also why I ensured that I got the healing move first. Because of the fact that I eat a lot of damage being up to my bullshit. There we go. Doesn't have anything for me. Yeah, we have that. Yeah, we have everything except these two now. I keep forgetting what I've actually bought and didn't buy, because brain's like, I'm going to buy this, and then I don't buy that. I buy something else instead, like, immediately. I forget which of these is the correct direction. That looks the correct direction, so let's go the other way. Yep, there we go. Free money! I mean, I guess it's not really free. I have to work to get it all out of there, but you know what I mean. We can go ahead and break this. Watch out for the boulders. Notice that even without killing him, each hit on him counted for giving me a jump. That's another thing to sock away for the future in terms of information. Alright, enough out of you. Sometimes it's easy to get stuck in wingsuit or out of wingsuit when you mean to be the other way around. There we go. This fucking guy again. That said, this time we can rope dart around him. Which helps a little bit, but not as much as you might think. And he's gone. Missed it. Piss off, Ghost. Had to be quick on that one, or bad things were going to happen. Which ordinarily I would accept bad things, but one hit point's a bit of a problem as far as allowing shenanigans to happen. Okay. Now his shots are targeted, so I gotta watch out for those. Get rid of him. I fucked up. Thankfully, not a death fuck-up, just an inconvenient one. It'd be great if one of those guys would drop a hit point. Just one small crumb of hit points, please. Don't mind me dancing to the music on the wall. Oh, I fucked up. Well, I got greedy trying to take a shortcut on that one. And we're dead. The inevitable has finally struck. Clearly they never heard "Don't shoot the messenger." You know, Corbel, sometimes you're okay. This isn't one of those times. You know what? Heck with this guy.
X-Men, welcome to die.
Yeah, we live and die. That is our home here. All of places die. take that trade. Now then. Now with more hit points to spare, so I don't have to be as cagey about it. Which, as you can see, made an immediate difference, so we're gonna take a hit from the bat the second we come out of this, I think. Yep. We had to trade a hit there. That's okay. Whoosh. Well, I'll take that trade, too. Getting healed after he hit me, hitting him. Ooh, ice. Come on, up we go. Nope. Fuck you, birdie. There we go. I almost did a really fancy move, and then I did a different stupid move instead. And as you can see, if you tap at the right time, you can actually gain a little bit of height back when you're wingsuiting. Nope, I fucked up. As soon as I realized I fucked up, I should have turned around and flown back off and started that over. That's definitely a hindsight. I really fucked up. But, you know. Sometimes it's too late. I can make wingsuits work in a lot of games. This one, it's kind of hit or miss for me. Like, I almost wish I didn't have the wingsuit and I just had, like, a third jump instead a lot of the time. But there are definitely times where I can't help but acknowledge that the wingsuit is useful. Because I would prefer the snappy movement of an extra jump over the float. But of course, you know, this game was designed with the wingsuit in mind. You kind of have to have that float in a couple places. But like in Steep, the wingsuit kicked my ass a lot. I smashed myself into a lot of mountains. Notice that the merchant's not here. That's important. Oh, we made it. Does this mean we do the thing? Keep your head on, shorty. He still needs to pass the final test. But I want to do the thing. No, we need to see how attuned to the scroll he really is. Great, take it away, Prophet. Welcome, messenger. Please hold the scroll aloft so that the prophecy might be fulfilled. I mean, it's up. It's not very up. See, I told you he was slow. Yeah, you weren't kidding. Please hold the scroll higher than that so that the prophecy might be fulfilled. Eh? There we go. Now some serious shit's gonna happen. I mean, one of them's been helping us the whole way, but the real answer is no. He made it. Of all the messengers, him... Please pull this off. I really want to do the thing. A gauntlet awaits you, messenger. Should you survive, find us at the top of the Tower of Time. Don't screw this up. And away the tower goes again. Welcome to the Tower of Time. This is gonna be rough. Yeah, they're great. The writing for those guys is fantastic. Ow. I fucked that up. I fucked that up bad. Bet you wish these moving blocks were a little more forgiving. It wouldn't be the worst. There's gonna be a lot of that, by the way. And thanks to Corporal telling me that, we've died 15 times. What you're meant to do is just do that, but I always get worried about following it directly, so I stop. And it gets complicated. There we go. That's how I was supposed to do that, you know, without the fucking it up part. You know, just because I said the fucking it up part doesn't mean I needed to do that. Why do I feel like you meant to do that? Because you have more faith in me than I do, Corporal. Okay. Ninja. God damn it. I keep hitting my head when I go to double jump to reach that. What I'm supposed to do is go to the ground and then jump across. Of course. Perfect timing. It was my turn to buy around. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of that. This is what you're supposed to do, as opposed to the excessive shit I was trying to do. And those are teleporters. Welcome to the actual shopkeeper's room, as opposed to the void dimension we were in before. I'm sorry, what? Ah yeah, the big reveal. Indeed, my dear adventurer. You had been teleporting to this very room all along. So, where are we? In the Tower of Time. And where is that? I'm sure they mean when. To be honest, I don't really know. The tower is just a device that travels through time. It manifests to test messengers who are deemed worthy, in order to relocate them as needed. And where will it take me? When? It will take you to the time most in need of a messenger. That is, if the tower doesn't kill you, of course. Which, it's already done 5 times? 6 times? I've lost count. Did you have to count?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
There's a lot of that. You have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a land filled with bogs. In those bogs, they were filled with evil monsters. Sleeping underwater during the day, they were kept at bay by the moon during nighttime. Well, when she was kind enough to be around, after all, the moon was free to travel through space and often felt like shining her light on other realms. It was a whole thing. One day, the moon got bored and decided to visit the bogland in human form. Wearing a cloak so that her light wouldn't shine through, she hoped to catch a glance at the evil creatures. Getting more than people wandering haphazardly in cursed lands usually bargained for, she encountered a man fleeing from a small pack of monsters. Confident in her power, she removed her cloak, creating a glittering aura of protection to help the man escape. Escape he did, but as he looked back, he could see that his savior had put her cloak back on a little too soon. She was captured by the creatures, who then buried her under a rock so that her light would never shine again. They would rule the night. But our survivor was quick to gather a group of peasants who went to remove the big rock and set the moon free. A strong bond was formed on that day, and she decided to become their guardian. To this day, the moon is there to guide human travelers through the night. The end. Oh, I like that one. I guess it speaks to the power of cooperation? Maybe, but to be honest, I only wanted to use the word haphazardly in a story. You know, that checks out. Honestly, just finding a way to fit a word in really ends up making a whole thing around it, usually. It's like trying to fit an image into a picture. Sometimes you just end up making the strangest thing just to contain this one item. Exactly. The moon takes many shapes. And sometimes your goals are unachievable. Alright, you go down the hole. Did he come back, or is that another one? I'm genuinely not sure. He's also distracting me just in time for me not to cross this laser, which is annoying. Which is exactly what he's there to do. He's there to make you walk into the laser. Which is exactly what he did. God damn it. Or you could have watched your step. Shut up, Corbel. I don't need this.
Well, he's dead. Real shame. He's
Speaking
will
of
be
things
missed.
I don't need. I want to say getting through here is actually where I stopped when I was playing before, because the amount of death traps in this place gets kind of annoying. Especially when you have a brain fart and jump at the wrong time. Because you have too many things moving on the screen all at once. Fuck you. I'm pretty confident he is actually... Yep, he's just gonna come right back. But it's satisfying throwing him down the hole. I mean, to be fair, I can also somewhat blame Tiny for this one, because they wanted to see this, and I'm like, you know what, fine. I've been meaning to play this again anyway. And, well, here we are. I also need to be above this spot, which is a problem. I'm glad that leaning forward and putting my arm through this doesn't kill me. Gotta go right now. Gotta go. Because that'll reappear right then and there. And there's a secret back here. And for anyone thinking this was the fun kind of secret, depends on your definition of fun. There we go. It's not over yet. Of course I missed the one that would have healed me. Of course I did. No, not again! No. Okay, everything is fine. I had it under control. I did not like that situation, but I had it all under control. I'm kind of curious if there's a heal in that one too, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. There we go. There's the expected death. But I think I get to keep the thing, so I'm not going to worry about it. If anyone asks, I'm taken. This is the problem with having done that, though, is, now we gotta do this whole bit again. Those falling platforms are such a fucking problem in here, too, because it always throws me off. Which is what they're designed to do. They're designed to make you react so that you walk into a laser. I fucked up. I pulled back to the left just a pixel too early, so I didn't actually wall jump. Now I fucked up again, so I don't... Nope, we're not making that. You have to do that, like, near perfectly, and I'm fucking around a little bit too much. There we go. Welcome to moving wall hell, by the way. Thankfully, it's not actually as much of a threat as it looks, because most of it pushes you around each other instead of actually into one of them. Otherwise, that would be a nightmare. Game, please. As you can see, the wall grab is actually sometimes distinctly unhelpful. I fucked up, but I'm still gonna make it in time. It's okay. I forgot whether they went all the way up or not, and I had some concerns that the game was gonna try to fuck me on that one. Where am I? When am I? Help. Okay, checkpoint get. Just trust in the system. I don't do it often, but this time I have to. Okay. Well, doesn't this just look like fun? Especially when the rope dart isn't long enough. Okay, well, smart play, do that. Bet you thought I forgot I had those, and you'd be right. Shitfire. Well, I guess I should be thankful I at least didn't die. We can also cheat a little bit on this one. There we go. Now, I think I missed something by not going the other way and hitting this teleporter, but it's a little too late to fix that now. Right! This one. The one I hate. Because it goes really far back up and I don't realize that. The good news is there's a checkpoint right here. Yeah, you have to be very precise on this one or you're fucked. And say I'm always negative. Go, messenger. You can do it. You can go get me more money. This is gonna take a good, like, 8 attempts to get the exact right height. Because this section kinda sucks. There we go. Of course, the second I say it's gonna take a lot of attempts, I get it right. Fucking course I do. This one's a little bit easier, because I have control this time, instead of being in free fall and having to hope. And I hate to say, but this is not the hardest part of the game. This is a nasty part, but this is, to my knowledge, not the hardest part of the game. Remember when I said sometimes I have to trust in the system? That's one of those times. Alright. Good luck with the appointment. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully better than that. A little acrophobia might come in handy. I mean it. Look it up. Yeah. You know how it goes. Things are as okay as things ever are. Or to my knowledge. I don't know if there's any helping any of us here, Nimble. There we go. Now I have full health again, finally. This area is why I really, really wanted the full heal when you touch a checkpoint thing, because it helps a lot with this part, and I don't have it, which is what's making this part suck. Well, you gotta think, is it the game, or is it the way I'm playing it that's playing with your emotions, really? Because it could absolutely be my fault. Now you got the correct answer. All else fails, you can try jumping. You know, Corble, that's exactly what I did, and that's how I got in that mess. Because I fully acknowledge that my impatience makes me a menace to society in games like this, because I will do stupid things like that. And sometimes they'll work out, and sometimes they won't. You know, I wasn't sure about this either. But then they said that I was a better than outdated lives and continue system. I'm not so sure about that one, Corble. But at times like this where I'm not making any money, I guess it works out, because now you're not costing me anything. You can't see it, but my foot is constantly tapping as an outlet for the built-up tension I have every time I make these moves. And, you know, the music, too. This is the path to progress, so I do need to go the hell away if I want to get the goodies. Well, such is my life. There we go. That's how you actually do that. You're supposed to, you know, wait instead of being an idiot and immediately going for it like I did. I say as I promptly do the exact same stupid thing. But, I got the seal. I believe if we look, yep, 7 power seals now. And I believe that's the number I'm supposed to have. Of course, you know, that happens sometimes. Zigged when you should have zagged? And now I got zapped when I should have zipped. My zipped line didn't zip. Anyway, now we can go the less insane route. It's just as well that I never claimed I was good at this. Get a load of that guy. Also, I almost missed this checkpoint, which would have been a tragedy. Now, if you thought I had to go through all of these little chambers to get through, you'd be right. And if you thought that it would be a miserable experience, you're also correct. So I've got to hit all of these in order to get through, and not end up hitting them a second time and undoing them. Notice that they're also all on a timer when we get up here. So if you're not fast enough, you'd die. So, you know, that's fun. I hope you like death pendulums, because, boy, this really is one. I'm trying to clear these guys out before I try to get a hold of this. There we go. Because it's actually really safe, as long as those guys aren't there to knock you around. If they can knock you around, you will have a very, very bad day. Oh yeah, no, this place is a fucking nightmare. Like I said, there's a reason why this is where I stopped when I was playing before. Because this place is nasty. But I think we're almost done. Keyword being almost. You can't mash through this, by the way, because you'll just go back through like I just did there. You have to actually wait till you fully form and then swing, so that you can traverse to the next crystal. And remembering to switch directions, because you gotta pay attention to where the wires are going, so you can tell which way to go. And there you go. Those aren't actually that bad, they just look really, really bad. And you know, lasers getting released by falling platforms does great things for your blood pressure. As your path gets slowly narrower and narrower. Whew. Wait, I thought the shop was physically behind that other door earlier. Oh, so this is the moment that got you. Huh? My shop is connected all over the world, and that's totally fine, but somehow it can't be in the same building twice? Huh. Yeah, I can't recommend it to people who can't handle pathing like that. It's not for everybody. I can't believe you. And sadly, we can't afford meditation as much as I would love to have it, because I lost a lot of money on the way here. and so you made it through the test of will. Oh, so we're gonna do the thing now? Prepare yourself, messenger, and behold the might of our order. You shall emerge as the chosen one, or not at all. Enough introductions, I'm going first. Well, someone's excited. I've been preparing this speech for decades, and he just... He'll get over it. Let's go. So yeah, now we have to fight the three wise men up here in giant mech form for some reason. Now, I don't remember how to hurt this. Ah, there we go. Swoosh. Swoosh. You interrupted my dance. Threw up my groove. Now you will pay. Whee! I'm coming back. You can't get rid of me that easily. Wow. No, I'm coming back. I'm like an annoying itch you can't get rid of. What you gonna do about it, huh? Damn it. They finally got me. I'm back. Dum de dum. Dum dum dee 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 dee. Dum dum dee 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 dee. So I think I broke it. I think I figured this out. Yeah, it gets a lot nicer again after this from what I'm aware of, but this boss and this area are nasty. Oh, he remembered how to beat that, okay. Joke's on him, though. Didn't beat it long. That is the perfect clip to get, I feel. We did it. We did the thing. Okay, I think he's coming. Please let me do the prophecy bit this time. I'm staying out of this. You do whatever you want. Ahem, and so you made it through the test of might. Okay, what's next? Ahem, to fulfill the prophecy, you must now pass the test of faith by taking the leap. The leap? The leap, yes. I don't get it. Well, test of faith, leap of faith. No, makes sense, no? No, just jump already. Come on, I was trying to have an epic moment here. Now, hero, lend your courage to hope and your strength to purpose, and then dive into your destiny to emerge as the one true messenger. I can see the air currents. It's not really much faith here. Well, that didn't work. You ever feel robbed? Because I sure feel robbed. Take note of what we're flickering and looking like, though, from the beginning of the game. Except not quite. We gained a hat by falling through space and time. And different sound effects. Because everything changes now. Instead of 8-bit, everything has transitioned to 16-bit. We have gone to the future, and the future sure is a thing. Look how many more frames of animation we have. Look at all of the spikes we unfortunately still have. So many more colors, so many more animations, and we're still going to die. If the checkpoint's here, then I missed something the other way. Except we didn't, actually. Because you might be recognizing some of the way this place is laid out. It's the same stage, just different. Even the shop music's different now. And I kind of dig this version better a little bit, because it's got a little more going on. What happened? I warped or something, and everything looks different now. Hello? Okay, that's a really cool hat. That's what you're focusing on? Seriously, wow. Any idea what happened, though? Sorry, I just can't get over the hat. Welcome to the Cloud Ruins, remnants of a civilization of giants that used to live in the sky. This place is beautiful, but the structures feel precarious. Yeah, bad place if you're afraid of heights. How high am I? You mean in my opinion? What? Oh, geographically, right, yeah. Yeah, you don't care how much I like you, right. Well, you entered the Tower of Time at the top of the mountain, and then exited through the top of the tower. So I'd say fairly high.
Let me in. Let me in.
We can't get in the cabinet. No. Enjoy the sights.
Flawless victory.
What's the deal with everything looking so different? You know, I was wondering how you were going to deal with the implications of time travel. It seems ignorance really is bliss. Pardon? That moment in the Tower of Time? Yeah? It sent you to the future, stupid. Oh. Neat. Yes, precisely. Neat. This fucking guy. What do I even do with him? Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a starving little boy who never missed a chance to help his fellow villagers. One day, after helping an old man carry a heavy bundle of wheat, he was offered a loaf of bread. Eat your fill, my boy. It's well deserved, he began. But if you feel like helping even more, there's 2 gnomes hiding in the forest who are even hungrier than you are. Now that boy was an empathetic one. His mind was made up instantly. After a short hike, he found the gnomes and split the bread between the 2 of them without even saving a bite for himself. Thank you, kind little boy, the gnomes beamed. It seems you've lifted our curse. I would say yes. Both of us would end up trading places on a regular basis in this situation. Because there's a lot of times either of us would ignore something completely, purposely or not, and much to the chagrin of anyone else involved. Indeed, to punish them for their greed, the spirit had put them under a rather annoying spell. They were exiled to the forest, carrying a magical little mill capable of producing anything its bearer desired. But the little mill's magic would only be activated once the gnomes were fed by a stranger, acting out of selfless generosity. To starve while carrying a relic promising abundance, a cruel fate indeed. Now you can imagine the little boy's surprise when he was given the magic item. Name something you want while turning the crank to the right, and the little mill will produce an endless stream of it, the gnomes explained. Turn it to the left, and it will stop. After creating a huge pile of food for the 2 gnomes, the young boy went back to his village to help the populace with his newfound powers. But as he grew in popularity, his older sister grew in jealousy. One night, she couldn't take it anymore and stole the little mill from her brother's bedside table along with 2 leftover pies from that afternoon's feast. Adding insult to injury, she left on the family fishing boat to reach new lands, hoping to have her turn in the role of the popular purveyor. Once out at sea, she decided to try one of the pies, which to her taste were lacking a little something. It was time to try that little mill's magic, she reckoned. Give me salt, she said, turning the crank to the right. And salt she got. Heaps and heaps of it. Now, older sister had never bothered paying attention to how the mill could be stopped. Stop, little mill, stop, she shouted, at first annoyed, then worried, then finally panicked. Salt soon overflowed the boat itself, sinking it under the weight. It is said that the sunken little mill is still operational to this day, and is the reason why seawater is salty. The end. That was interesting, but it feels more like a kid's story explaining things about the world we know with the actual reason for. Tough crowd, huh? Why don't you try to tell me his story and I'll judge it? So you're looking for additional takeaways? How about this? Seeing how Big Sister's anger led to her demise, irritated people were henceforth referred to as salty. Haha. Now I got another one. Seeing how Big Sister's shortcoming as a little mill operator led to her demise, unqualified people were henceforth referred to as not being worth their salt. Nah, nothing from that one either. Hey, this is fun. You should go. I'll keep on coming up with morals to do with salt. Yeah, no, he is that. He is that all the time. And it's jokes like that that are exactly why I say you could be both. See, and that just proves that it's true, though. Go away, Ghost Lady. Now, this is probably a bad idea, but... Whee! Yep, it was a bad idea. It led to nothing. I was checking for goodies. Turns out there were no goodies. And I feel like nobody should be surprised that that started off with, this is probably a bad idea, but... I feel like this direction over here is important. There's a very precise jump I need to do here. There we go. Yeah, I figured that'd be a heal. Yeah, just notice how every sound effect, every animation, literally the entire game is different now. Except the main way it works. It's like all of our mechanics and such retain. It's just visually and audibly, everything has changed. And it's a great representation of how games didn't really change within the genre that much. They just looked like they did. Because deep down, mechanically, a lot of things stayed the same. You want me to be real? I've lost count. Probably somewhere near 30 at this point. More than half of which were in the Temple of Time. I don't know if it actually counts anywhere. I know Corbel keeps count, so if I die a certain amount of times, it will prompt him to say something about it again. Which is why I'm pretty confident we haven't hit 30 yet, because I'm pretty sure he would have said something about it. Because I want to say it's like every handful of deaths he comments the number. Or because his dialogue loops back to that one. Yeah, no, this is not an easy game. I'm making it harder on myself by playing the way I am, but I always do that. We're just short of meditation yet again. Well, somebody's copying me. So, cool hat. How, you like it? Is it why you chose to wear one as well? What? Well, you have the same hat. No, I got it first. Oh, is that what you're going to tell yourself? Fine. I did have the hat first, and you were all over it. Right, yeah, that all happened, sure. It's true, though. Look, you can put your head in the sand all you want in an attempt to preserve your ego, but it's clearly it's not going to work on the person that was there when it all happened. Once again, a interaction that seems familiar. Now you might be wondering, where the hell am I meant to go now? Whee! These clouds are solid. Oh, hi, buddy. How you doing? Enjoying the view? You look hungry. Could you stop looking at me like that? I'd appreciate it if you stopped looking at me like that. I am not food. Contrary to what you might think, I am not edible. That's right, you better leave. You know, I'd believe that, honestly. He's not even hungry, he just wants the hat. Everybody wants this fucking hat. No, 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 Help. Help. Do not wish to be here. I hate those. Those segments are what I hate. Those are the ones that get me. This I can do all day. Those tiny corridors that I have to just hope that the game doesn't kill me arbitrarily on, those get the hell out of me. It's the same old statement of, I have to trust in the system, and I don't trust in the system at all. Not in the slightest. Oh yeah, that auto-scrollers are also a nightmare sometimes. Because they're designed to kill you by doing that. So you're forced to deal with the stage's hazards, rather than otherwise being able to just go around them. And more often than not, if they're not a dangerous auto-scroller, you're just there for an hour, bored out of your mind, waiting for it to end. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking of when I said my piece on it, too. That and the swimming stages were always the slowest part. There we go. Now we get a better heal when we go to these checkpoints. We don't really need it nearly as much anymore. Also, you thought he was done? No, he's back for that hat. He still wants it. Funny you should mention an auto-scroller on that note, considering I'm outrunning his scrolling this time by a significant margin, making it more obvious that this is an auto-scroller. Which also forces you to make blind moves like that, which is why I didn't realize there was gonna be a third one. Uh-oh. Starting to fuck up. Starting to fuck up. He's also instant death, by the way. No one wants to see you, Quarble. Actually, a large portion of the fan base actually would want to see Quarble, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like the rope dart's actually making me go slower, not faster. Also, when I make moves like that, you can really see its head jank out hard trying to keep up with the move I made. I fucked up. Turns out you can't just straight clear that one. If someone's watching, you can just pretend there was input lag. Don't tell them my secrets. Damn it, Quarble. Just giving the whole game away, man. You're just calling me out the whole way here, man. I don't care for it. Not sure what happened there, but we recovered. That's all that matters. Don't get me. Don't eat me. I'm not tasty. I am neither nutritious nor delicious. Okay. Everything is fine. He has no chat for me yet. Okay, that was just for a heal that I don't need. You know, just a little bit, maybe. But he doesn't need to know that. That was greed. That was sheer greed that sent me after that last one. Ooh, boy. Well then. Okay. I keep thinking I have a double jump. I tried jumping, Corbel. That's what got me killed. Of course, that's also a valid trick you could do, is just damage boosting across all of that, because there's a heal here. Bam! Power Seal number 8, I think. Yep, number 8. Like, it's kind of funny how all the high-flying antics don't bother me, but half those little jumps are what kill me. Still has nothing to say. Okay. Here we go again, for the third time. Can I hit him? Nope. That just went right through him. A lot of those jumps are just me hoping the game isn't gonna screw me with where I'm landing. Like, they were talking about leaps of faith before. Half of these sections are leaps of faith. Later. You have anything to say now after I've been chased by a dragon 3 times? Yes, you do. Okay, very good. Hey, I'm not sure what's up next, but the Prophet wanted me to repeat a line for you at this point of the adventure. Alright, let's hear it. Okay, I always wanted to try the voice. Check it out. And on this day, the messenger shall unwittingly make his lifesaver indebted to him. And that means... Not sure, but if all else fails, attack the fireballs. I feel like that's probably a better hint than he meant for that to be. No prizes for guessing what the boss is gonna be. Note the fact that I can bounce off the body. That's probably gonna be important. And he recoils when I hit him in the head, too. Remember when I was saying that the wingsuit attack is very important? I'll show you who the real dragon is. Missed me. And of course, every game's gotta have a worm boss, so, you know, that's why this guy exists, too. Okay, he's blinking. I keep hitting him one too many times vertically, which keeps getting me in trouble. What you gonna do now? You gonna do your little spin? Yep, there he goes. Oh, you fuck. Okay, I found the dangerous part. Somebody tell you that was a secret passage? My brother used to do that. I mean, I feel like we've all done that to somebody. Like, oh yeah, go over in that pit, it's a secret pit area, it'll be great. Of course. Get juggled. There we go, that's the timing. Ooh, he took a big chunk that time. This is what he was talking about with attack the fireballs, probably. Was that you could get across to get to the head. He's blinking a lot now. I think it's almost over. Well, they took almost all of them the one time, and I think it's designed to leave you like a tiny little bit, just so it wouldn't completely fuck you. And that's it. Wow. Oop, he turned blue. And now he likes us. I've been watching you for a long time, messenger. Huh. Who are you, anyway? Ah, so the disguise did fool you. Hmm? It's a shame you freed my slave pet, but it's no matter. I'm now certain I can defeat you. Ta-da! You! Surprised? Time to pay for what you did to my people. Bold words coming from such an unprepared adventurer. The underworld awaits you, messenger. At last the scroll will be ours. Watch your step now. Rude. It's a hell of a thing that we went from way up in the clouds to the underworld that immediately. But, you know, here we are. Attack the turtles everywhere. Ah, this is a wall, okay. Welcome to the lion's den. Oh, I didn't see any lions. No, I meant... Oh, never mind. What do you want to chat about? This heat is almost unbearable. Come on, I'm happy to avoid certain cliches, but to think we wouldn't have lava to end your epic quest is pushing it. There once was a guy visited by a succubus. Far from being that kind of demon, she offered him a unique chance to visit hell as a tourist. Very adventurous by nature, he jumped right into the portal. They arrived in a room where giant cauldrons boiled over bonfires. They contained people, where little demons with pikes were sitting on the rim to push anyone who tried to escape back inside. Just a little bit, you know, it's a little warm around. Who's that in the cauldron? And the man asked his succubus tour guide. This one? That's where liars and cheaters end up, she explained. And this one over here? She continued. That's for people who hunt for sport. Aghast, the man noticed another cauldron, much bigger than the other ones, and devoid of any demons sitting on its rim. Indeed, that one cauldron seemed to self-regulate. People were pulling back in anyone who tried to escape. "Who's this cauldron for?" he asked, curious as to who could be so stubborn in their ideology that they would rather hurt themselves than rethink their worldview. That cauldron? The succubus mused. That's for people who think the order doesn't apply anymore, or when one line opens up at the market. Yeah. The end. Huh. Okay, now you're just using the platform to vent. What's wrong with you? Are you that guy? Which guy? The guy who's 5th in line but rushes to be first when a new line opens up. Alright, different timeline. Never mind. So, yeah. Bet you weren't expecting them to take that line as where they went with that last sentence. I feel like we should all be glad that they did go that route instead of the much more dangerous options they could have picked, but I think we can all picture people who would pull everyone around them back into the cauldron as well. And we'll just leave it at that. Oh yeah, that's the gimmick for this place, is little demon heads that if you hit them, they swap places. Okay. Checkpoint. You know, as befitting the underworld, it's a bit of a dangerous place. Ow, that's a rock. All the demons and fire are everywhere, and I get hit in the head with a fucking rock, and that's the only thing that's caused me a problem so far. You know, I can't say that it's not fitting that that's exactly how that played out, but I can be unhappy about it. Any more words of wisdom, shopkeeper? Nope, not yet. So I've got one. Run! Okay. Welcome to Boulderland, population boulders. And a lot less skulls than there would have been before. Could you not stand right above my head? Oi. Go away. I'm gonna get you in the ankles. I didn't have to go over there, but I wanted prizes. And I assumed there'd be prizes. Which I wasn't wrong, but I was mildly disappointed by the prizes. As you can tell, it's more emulating the Genesis era of things, at least with the soundtrack, because of the kind of twang the guitars and such have to this one. But it's definitely calling back to both a bit, but the art and music definitely evoked more Genesis for me than the SNES. Which kind of balances things, because, you know, initially that was a very NES start we had, and now we've got a very Genesis world we're in now. Kind of balances the scale between the two. Kind of suspicious that there's that whole path over there, huh? Also, lava. Oh, dead end. That's what I was afraid of. Up, you bastard, up! Run! Flee! Flee faster, damn you! Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. And I think we're okay. I think we're clear. Prizes. I really thought I was gonna miss grabbing that and fall into the lava if I'm real with all y'all. I really didn't think that was gonna work. Go, 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 go. That's just cheating that you can shoot through these walls, guys. Come on now. I shouldn't have jumped. I should have just stood my ground. I would have been fine. How you manage to budget is up to you, but I'd recommend dodging these in the future. Also, if anybody's wondering, yes, he does in fact have even more insulting quotes left. We haven't seen all of them yet. Horrible is an incredible resource of upsetting you. Of course, the way I didn't go was the way that they had the heal. Of course. Of course. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Huh. Okay. Okay. This... Yep. Yep. That sure was a thing. Okay. For those wondering, no, I didn't actually realize I still had a double jump stored, even though it shows the lines under my feet. I did not process that. I just kind of did that and really prayed that I was correct. Like I said, the Demon General's up next. Be careful out there. I hear he's pretty fast. That's all you got for me, huh? Is that he's fast? Okay. And we certainly can't afford the defense boost. It's gonna take a lot to get there. Actually, does he say anything different about the cabinet at this point? Please don't touch the cabinet. Yep, he's still gonna tell me not to touch the cabinet. Now we're left to run, demon. Why would I run? You stepped right into my trap. We'll see about that. We'll end this now, champion of the blue robes. Look at you with your fancy moves. Whenever his eye sparkles is when you're supposed to queue in to dodge. But I'm being real greedy with how I'm fighting him right now. Which is probably going to lead to me losing the first go-around here. Ow. Oh, that's what they were trying to teach me with that before. Okay. I wondered why those spots were a thing. Now I understand. Thanks to you, I've accumulated 213 time shards so far. That's less than I thought I would have spent by now. I suppose I should be grateful. Round 2. Of course he threw it right at where I went. Yep, I fucked up again. It's really hard to line those up. God damn. Oh, duh, right, yeah. Guess who forgot about the regular cloud stepping at a very bad moment to forget that. Oh, he wasn't done yet, huh? Now he's done. Okay, with being less of an idiot now. Fucking wingsuit. This is why I say that the wingsuit can be a problem. There we go. 35 deaths is where we're at this point. $35 deaths in 3 hours. That's honestly kind of embarrassing, if I'm honest. I feel like I could be doing a lot better than that. And I don't mean by higher numbers better. I mean lower numbers. Before anybody gets that twisted. The patterns on these can be a real pain in the ass sometimes. Because they expect you to be able to transition between wingsuit and not wingsuit better than I'm managing to do. Also, what the fuck is this shit? I'm not sure what to do with that. Like, this seems like it's a big pain in the ass of a mechanic here. I like the idea of it, but I feel like that pattern's set up just perfectly to screw your whole day. Which, you know, is probably the point, but still not great. Especially since I'm most likely gonna have to do all that again before this fight's over. You know how my catchphrase is, I hate being right? Well, you know, here we are again. With that statement proving true. Got him. Whew. Did not like that. Did not like that at all. Impossible. I'm the fastest there's ever been. Tell me how to end this curse or else. Is it that simple in your head, ninja? All of this is bigger than you, or me. I am ending this. Your Demon King is next. Make no mistake, messenger. None of us are leaving this place alive. If I can't have the scroll, then it shall be destroyed. What? Spite bomb, no. You know what else a lot of old games had? Escape sequences. I don't think this is one of those, though. Because it doesn't look like there's a way out of here. Oh, other than down. Thankfully, we made a friend. Phew, close call. I got you, buddy. Thanks, I guess we're even now. Oh, yeah. What's your name? Manfred. Huh. What kind of name is that for a sky servant? It's not my birth name, but I always wanted to be a butler. Okay. Well, you should dress for the job you want, and not the one you have, right? So call me Manfred. Alright, Manfred. What did you do before the demons mind controlled you? No time to explain, this is your big moment. Look familiar? It shouldn't, because it's not quite the same. Oh, were you hoping for the Western hero? No prophecies for you, prepare to die. Ta-da! Remember how he flew in on a bird before? Well, you know, history has a way of repeating itself. I see Brahmasel failed me once again. Your reign is over, despot. You think this is how that works? Know your place, ninja. Our curse is never ending, and your time is up. As for you, soldier, I can't wait for my minions to make short work of you. That was amazing! You're the Western hero, right? No, Did I travel so far east that I made it back to my village from the west? Well, Satan ran away, but more or less, yeah. Everything's so different. Did the Tower of Time really send me into the future? I guess this means... Hey, I have an important task for you, I think. Pardon? I mean, take this scroll. You need to carry it across the world to the top of the highest mountain. Really, I'm 100% down to leave this outpost. Yes, a messenger is needed. A messenger? Godspeed. What? Just take the fucking thing. Yeah, it literally just loops. We hand it off to the next poor sucker. That's just how this whole thing works. And so your time as messenger is up. What do I do now? Well, you could take a few moments to appreciate the reveal that it all was just a loop. No way, I still want to be a part of the adventure. Oh, we'll get right to that. What do you mean? I mean, it's time. Time for what? For you to finally open the cabinet. Really? Yes, go ahead and open it. We get to open the thing. Ta-da! If anyone was expecting something bigger than this, they were wrong. Yeah, and that's my favorite part about this. So it's just a closet for blue robes? Well, yeah, what did it look like? Well, don't just stand there, grab one of your size. I think I hear someone coming. Get behind the counter. There's the soldier. Very hesitantly coming in here. Now the messenger. I wasn't expecting you so soon. What is this place? This is the shop. It doesn't look like a shop. Hey, I said the same. I mean, do I look like a shopkeeper? What? Anyway, here's a power-up that will let you charge your beam. Oh, there's upgrades too? Sweet. So yeah, now you know how that whole thing played out. Now you can double jump. Look at him go. He's having a great time. So thanks for the beam charger upgrade. You bet. You know, the way everything looks, it felt like I should just be able to do that. Yeah, that's why Ray Troyd invented it decades ago. Who's Ray Troyd? Just a follow-up to an earlier joke. I don't get it. Some will. Hey, is everything alright? It's kind of boring, but I guess I'm okay. No, I mean, it's been a while since your messenger visited. Oh, I don't know. I didn't enter the shop so often myself. You're in the Tower of Time, remember? So? So it should automatically take you forward in time to the next important moment. Which is... either your messenger enters the shop or dies. Oh. Did your messenger die? How would I know that? By using the scrying orb. If Quarble isn't sent within 10 seconds, your messenger dies for good. And when were you planning on mentioning that? Oh god, no. Oops. Oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. Fuck. And that's why on-the-job training is a problem. I think we can all relate to that. We need to fix this. Oh, is it we now? Come on, now's not the time to argue. We have to look at this holistically. Look at this holistically? What does that even mean? It means I'm as lost as you are, but I still want you to think it like I'm the smartest one here. I'll go fetch the scroll, hang on. Be right back, I need to talk to the others. Shit. Everything is ruined. Okay, we've reached an agreement. You're the one that needs to finish this. Really? Yes, really. You weren't really fit to be a shopkeeper anyway. I'll leave the scroll here with your clothes. Come join us after you've changed. So yeah, if you thought this was over, no. We fucked up the shopkeeping gig, so now we've gotta fix things. So yeah. It's a real pity we don't get to be the soldier with the beams, though. I would've enjoyed that. But yeah, now we got a bigger problem on our hands. Hey, it's you. I really missed that time when we did the thing. The others don't want to do it anymore. Welcome to the Tower of Time. I put it back into its headquarters form after you beat the challenge. Which I had designed myself, by the way. If you want to replay it, let me know. You may have missed a few hidden things. Yeah, this is how you access the Tower of Time's previous form. Yeah, they designed that to fuck you up a bit. Which, it's fascinating, but at the same time, kind of expected because of the way he was acting, you could kind of tell. Look, all I'm saying is he's been carrying the scroll for a long time already, and it could be dangerous. It is exactly as was foretold in the visions. A born-again messenger will master time itself and end the curse by fighting in 2 cycles simultaneously. I don't know, warping once to go to the future was risky enough. Do you think he can sustain doing that constantly? Unless you want to carry the scroll again, I don't see what other choice we have. Besides, we need to find the remaining music notes. You really believe this music box is important? Well, I am the prophet, right? So? So yes, I do believe in the prophecy. Well, if you really mean to help the messenger, try to tone down that wannabe epic tone of yours. Careful, heathen, the mists of legend are very complex, and attempts to trivialize their meaning may cause... Whatever, I'll be in my shop. Alright. So, the prophet will be your guide from now on. Good luck with that. Time for lots of overly bombastic dialogue, I suspect. And so the messenger rises once again. I'm not sure what I should do next. The mists of time are quite intricate indeed, but fear not, for the prophet is here to unravel their meaning. More like the interpret then, am I right? Ahem, I will forgive this affront, for these are troubled times. Behold, messenger, as the Tower of Time's portal nexus activates to help you on your quest. Now take note of those backgrounds behind each of these things. You might get an idea of where all of those lead, and why only some of them are open. Return here whenever you seek guidance, and I shall provide. Godspeed. Behold the music box. Legend says that it is the very relic maintaining the curse on humanity. Good for you. Because, for example, if we go through this portal... Whoop. Hey, you warped. Yeah, pretty neat. Things are probably gonna get cryptic from now on with all this prophet business, so you'll probably want to make extensive use of your map. My map? Your map, yes. I don't have a map. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, I don't have a map. Okay, let me get this straight. We gave you a scroll. The fate of this whole world seems to hinge on it. We gave you a hero title relating to it. You carried it for days across countless perilous situations, even through time itself. And you never even bothered reading it. You're an animal. I don't know who I'm talking to. What am I dealing with here, guys? What is this? Turns out the scroll was actually a map. Womp womp. Press left bumper to open it. Time to explore and find new areas. Press left bumper to open your map. Ta-da! This was here the whole time. I just love how this game fucks with you about that. This button would not have done anything if we tried to use it before. To his perspective, it was a magic scroll. Couldn't do anything with it. Now that he knows it's a map, now it works as a map. Once the bird returns to the nest, it shall learn the power of true sight. And here's all the areas. Ninja Village, Autumn Hills, Forlorn Temple, Tower of Time, Bamboo Creek, Catacombs, Howling Grotto, Bullshroom Marsh, Searing Crags, Cloud Ruins, Glacial Peak, and of course the Underworld. Now, to my knowledge, that's the entire map of the game. Basically, this whole segment is going to be us going back through areas to do a few things. Which is where the whole latter half of the game takes place. Let me check something right quick, though. That's what I thought, yeah. About a 12-hour game. Because this whole other side of it is significantly longer. I'll be in my shop. If you have the coin, I'd be happy to mess with the Prophet by pointing out hints on your map. Be safe now. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of his function from now on, is telling us things that the Prophet didn't actually want us to know. As I fuck up a jump and die instantly. Yeah, I know, I could have watched myself stab Quarble, thank you. Very helpful. Notice how within these spaces we actually go back to the previous time. Get used to that being a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and have him give a hint just as an example. I'm having trouble understanding the prophecy. Maybe I can help. What did the prophet say? Ahem. Once the bird returns to the nest, it shall learn the power of true sight. Wow, can you believe this guy? For 300 time shards, I can use the scrying orb and point it out on your map. I'm not actually gonna buy it, I'm just demonstrating the mechanic, because I ain't paying 300 for the very obvious answer. You'll notice we have more upgrades available to us now as well. Note the statement about potions as well. Fully healing. That's a handy one. I want the power or boost here, but we're not gonna be able to afford that yet. That one is useful. Yeah, let me grab that one first. As much as I want the other ones first. Because now you'll notice a lot of blue sparkle on this map. Because that's the whole gimmick to this half of the game, is we'll be traveling back and forth through time with our new abilities in order to gain access to things we otherwise could not have gained access to. I really did think we were going to be in the original half of the game a lot longer than we ended up being. Yeah, you'll recognize this bit here, because this is where we started everything from. Back when the big thing we had was our ability to block projectiles. Now we can fly, zip around, and all that good stuff. And so, we are truly back where it all began. We still have the wingsuit, of course, because that wasn't affected by time. But every time you walk through one of those barriers, that's how you transition back and forth through time. Willingly, anyway. Now, I forget if I need to be in the future village or current village. I think we have to be in original village, given the fact that that barrier's there. But we can also go grab this. I'm also not going to overdo it here today. I'm probably going to stop soon-ish. He's got nothing else to offer me yet. Yeah, avoiding giving away the whole merchant outfit reveal is why they did not want you opening that cabinet any sooner than you did. It's also why we weren't taught any magic or anything, because there really isn't any. They're just previous messengers hanging out in robes, trying to dictate what happens because they think they know best. The hell of a thing, isn't it? Yeah, behold, future village. With its fancy, cobbled together buildings and everything. As you can see, there's a transition point right there, so if I am wrong about coming here in this era, we can just go back to the other one. Which, since they say returning, they probably do mean going back to original time here, but I wanted to see this version. And hear this version of the track for this place, too. Yep, looks like there's nothing here. Unless it's one of those things where I have to sit there for a minute, but let's check the other time before I test such ideas out. I went a little too quick. Oh, right, because it flipped. Notice that everybody's alive now, too. Which I think I actually need to talk to the old man. And he might be the one who teaches me the true sight thing. But I'm just gonna check to make sure it's not literally go back to where you started. And so we've completed the loop. We've returned from whence we came, and nothing happened. To no one's surprise. I don't need your cloud step, I can climb walls. I do need it here, though. I could probably glide across this, but that's quicker. Champion returns! How is adventure treating you? A little bit harder than I thought, but the music is amazing. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. You left too soon. I should have taught you the power of true sight. True sight? It is a technique seldom taught to young students such as yourself. Unless the mind can be expanded, that is. How can I expand my mind? A warm cup of astral tea will do that. Unfortunately, we ran out of astral leaves a few years ago. All we have is a single seed, but fully growing it would take centuries. Give me that seed, I'll see what I can do. I was hoping you would say that. You got the astral seed. Now to find a flower bed and wait a few centuries. Or, you know, use the access to time and space we have to skip that whole section. Which I don't think the flower bed's here anymore. I think we have to go somewhere else, plant it, and come back. For context, this part of the game is not completely blind to me, because I have watched somebody play through this entire game, which is why a lot of the surprises weren't as much of a surprise to me. But it had also been long enough that I forgot a lot of it. And also, a lot of the surprises aren't actually so subtle that you can't pick up on some of it. Now, if I were a flower bed, where would I be? It would make a degree of sense for it to actually be over in the marsh. Okay, oh yeah, and this time he also doesn't give us hints either, which is interesting. I'm trying to decide how much longer I want to keep going for today. And I think, like I said, it'll be soon that I stop. Because if I get too far into this segment and then come back to it like tomorrow or something, I could easily forget something important and it would become a problem. Whereas if I cut it off before we get to anything significant for this segment, I then don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it's a little early, but it's also really fucking hot in here, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and call it here, I think. Since we've done the big reveal part and gotten to the actual meat of the game. I just need to pull a quick thing up, so give me 1 second there. That. Oh. Stop fighting me. Bad Twitch. So, thank you all for taking the time to be here. I know it's not quite as long as was expected or any of that. Tomorrow should go longer, but I have a couple things up my sleeve for today that I wanted to get done as well. So before the heat kills my brain and my entire stock of energy, kind of trying to reach a balance, you know? Theoretically, by tomorrow, I'll also have the extra model option befitting of our current situation. We'll see how that goes as well. But, as is probably not going to be a surprise to anybody who's been paying attention, we'll be raiding over to my friend Ember, since she is still live, and it is her birthday. So, I will of course be supporting them on their birthday, which was the plan from the word go. So, tomorrow we'll be continuing the messenger, of course. Thursday, I don't know what I'm doing. Friday, Saturday, same case. I'll think of something along the way on those. I do have a couple maybes for Thursday. I just haven't committed to them enough to say, oh yeah, I'm doing this. And Friday, there's things I would like to do, but I have no idea if any of that'll pan out yet. So we'll see how that plays out. I'll get this timer started so we can get ready to get on our way. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. Be good to Amber, especially considering it is her birthday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.